copy of the minutes for 5/27/22.
Can I put something on record? These, agenda was not passed out ahead of time, 24 hours,
Wasn't posted on it.
and it wasn't posted anyplace. How, I asked for this to be, we get it a day ahead of time, so we know what we're doing.
We,
And according to sunshine law, we're supposed to have it ahead of time.
okay, well, we did our best, and you, items that you wanted on the agenda on June 1st, they're on the agenda.
There's a lot of things you should.
I'm just saying, for future reference,
we're
we've
do-
gotta have 24 hours.
Listen, we're doing our best, okay?
No, sunshine law has to be
You're talking about the
24
minutes or
hours.
agenda?
Agenda.
Okay.
You could have posted that yourselves and then.
Maybe we'll have, we can have, somebody else take over that agenda.
If it's done Friday, it can be posted over the weekend.
Well, when you're still getting requests on Monday,
I requested last Wednesday,
you did, yes, you did. I said that previously.
and Monday it's too late to add things because it's supposed to be 24 hours.
Well, the sunshine law says that you can take items within 24 hours.
Yes,
If
as
you
long,
may.
on a motion, as long as it's not a bill.
Approval of the minutes for May 27th?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion made by Cleo. Need a second?
I'll second.
Second by Bob Penzone. Bob Penzone will do the roll call.
Leo. Yes. Bertie.
Yes.
Cindy.
No.
Enzo. No, there's nothing there. Myself, yes.
Michelle?
I lost her here.
Oh, okay. Motion passes 3-2.
Is there a copy of the agenda for the residents?
There was some extra ones here that must be gone.
Anybody else gonna get one today?
No.
It was never provided.
Again, that's the sunshine law.
There should be at least 2 more here somewhere.
I'll use yours, give them this one. Pass that around.
Public comments on the agenda. Anyone who wishes to speak, step up to the podium, state your name and your residence.
They don't know what's on the agenda.
I'm sure that this is.
We don't know what's on the agenda.
It's posted right on the door.
Can we discuss future agenda?
Excuse me?
Can we talk about future agenda since I don't know this agenda?
No.
What, will you give me time for that?
You don't have to be first.
I just wanna be put on the next agenda. They have to provide you time to talk. Public comment.
Anything should be on the agenda, because there's no agenda.
No.
Well, what's on the agenda? The town's agenda or the one that they posted? They have to give me time to speak.
Speak up to them.
Yeah.
Wanna come in?
And be helpful going forward, we have this, so we know that it's going, but it's
I,
fine.
oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my God.
So what do you got here? This one?
Yeah.
117 First Street, Outland.
Thank you.
I'm the prior secretary, and on here it says incomplete exit review for Penny Jeffers. What does that mean?
That means that the review is incomplete, that we've got some things that need to be, addressed, on how to, use the email, how to use the computer, how to get into QuickBooks and so. We need them demonstrated, okay?
I don't work for the borough anymore, Gordy. 6 months from, you're asking me 6 months after I left?
I'm gonna ask you to do another one. The first one was incomplete.
No, it wasn't, that's your opinion, Gordy.
Well, that's.
Personnel
okay, that's
did
fine.
exit conference or interview or whatever.
It was pretty thorough.
And I gave the passwords were in the envelope. I would like to see the passwords that I gave that are in that envelope. Whoever has them, I would like to see them.
Well, they're not here tonight, obviously.
Because they would have given you access to the computer and both QuickBooks.
Well, they don't work.
Will be.
Yes, they do, Gordy.
Well, we've had
How many people have been on the computer since I left?
none.
True.
Since you left?
Yeah.
But not right after you left. We didn't get on until January 3rd.
It doesn't matter, but whoever was on there
I'm just,
apparently
okay,
locked
I'm
it
just
out
telling
because
you,
they
I'm just
should
telling you
have
the
worked.
issue that's on the agenda, okay? If you don't wanna participate.
I'm not gonna
then- Okay, that's fine.
participate 6
that's
months
fine.
later, and I don't appreciate you guys talking about me when I'm not in a meeting. So apparently this is old business, you've discussed me before and didn't even let me know.
Well, it was discussed in order to put it on the agenda.
What did you discuss about me when I wasn't here? I didn't even know about it. I didn't even know about this. Somebody called and told me. It'd be nice if you guys let me know you have an issue. Personally, call me and tell me you have an issue.
Okay, you know how many people have tried calling you at work and at home and you have.
Courtney, you don't call me at work, you call me at home, and if you leave me a message, I return the calls.
Okay,
Nobody
we'll-
has left me a message.
We'll do that from now on.
No, you don't need to, because I don't work for the borough anymore, so we're done. Please don't put my name on the agenda again, I am done with this borough.
Well,
I have given you the passwords, and I would like you to show me the passwords that I gave you.
okay, we need to demonstrate the keys on what key works where and whatever, okay?
I didn't know that, I just took the keys and put them in, nobody demonstrated anything for me when I started,
We have
Gordy.
third quarter files that aren't complete, we have fourth quarter files that aren't complete.
Not, when I left there, the third quarter was done, the fourth quarter couldn't be done, because I left in the middle of December.
I didn't disagree with that.
Everything was done when I left, the minutes, the agenda, the liquid fuels report, the books were ready for them to read the meters, everything that I needed to do was done.
Minutes have not been put into books in September.
That's not-
That's not right.
That's not true.
Gordy,
The
they were
minutes
on
were
the
put in
day.
up until November.
November.
Unless somebody has tampered with the minute book, I saw it personally.
No.
The only
Yes,
minutes
I
that
saw
were
it. It is
put in that
November.
was
I
the
saw it.
third.
Look, I'm not gonna argue with you, okay, that's your opinion, all right?
No,
that's
no,
not
I
accurate.
seen it
No,
personally.
it is
I've read the
Are you
minutes.
done?
I don't want you to discuss it again in another meeting. Thank you.
Slow down State Street. I'm looking at the agenda that under new business, I mean, that's not even close to what the issues are. The issue is more the dechlorinator, I wanna know where that is. I wanna know where the generator is. I wanna know, infrastructure over in the, I wanna know, when will the park be open, when is mulch gonna be ordered, and a timeline of completion.
Those are issues around the agenda, so.
Not all of them, let me finish it up. How many employees do we have currently working for us and what their duties and responsibilities are? I need a profit and loss sheet. I wanna know where the $64,000 grant money is, 32 last August, 32 this August should be in. Lift station status, hydrant repair, which is on your list. Do we have a licensed operator? Who, when, what, and where? When does he start? Street sweepers is on your list. Potholes on your list. I didn't know a code enforcer could be, a counselor can be a code enforcer. If you can do it, I can do it, he can do it, he can do it.
Where does it say I've done any code enforcing?
Well, you the one that wrote up, said they had a right to put up fences and stuff.
No.
You signed the permits, Gordy.
No.
Gordy.
You wanna give them to me,
lady,
You wanna read the top line?
did you sign off on it?
Yeah, you wanna read the top line? What's it say, the top line?
It's a receipt by appropriate permit, signed by the Lawrenceville Borough zoning code officer.
What does the top line say?
You cannot begin work until it's
No,
zoning.
it says, the top line says, this is not a permit.
It's an application.
That's right, an application.
That's what you do.
I approve the application, that is not a permit. It says right there, this is not a permit. The permit has to be approved by the
What do you,
borough.
what do you want to prove?
It's not on the zoning board.
I'm approving the application to bring it to the borough council, just like you approve the bills to bring you to be approved.
Well, I can show the same thing that you approved, the building on State Street, it looks exactly like this. And you did the same thing, you signed it and he put it up.
I did not sign a permit.
Yes, you did.
No, no,
According to-
no.
Okay, so what
It
is
says right
this,
there, that's
what
an
do these,
application.
what do these people get? Okay, they put up their fence, what do they get? What says, okay, you're good to go? What are we giving
The
them?
borough council approves the permit.
Borough council can't approve permits.
Well, I'm telling you right now, listen,
And you are not a building inspector.
I never said I was a we're not talking about
You
zoning, we're
try to
not
be
talking
one.
about building. We're not talking about building.
How about a zoning officer?
We don't have a zoning officer.
Then how can you sign this?
It's an application.
You can't even sign the
Sign that.
application.
So what does it say, I can't sign the
The
application?
zoning permit is for the zoning officer,
No,
Yes,
that's an application.
but the zoning officer
Okay,
fills it out.
look,
it's
I'm not gonna
illegal.
argue with you.
The zoning officer fills it out.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Okay, you
A hired
mentioned,
employee fills it out.
that's,
Is it, you trying to tell me you don't?
he signs off on the permit.
Okay, what are you doing signing off on it?
I didn't sign off on the permit.
Your name's at the bottom.
It says, this is not a permit.
What at the bottom? Is your signature on the bottom?
Okay. Borough president, my
Yep.
name,
Yep.
okay?
So why did you sign off? It was, you're
Well,
not the
who's gonna
zoning-
sign off?
You're not the zoning officer.
Who's gonna sign off for him to get the permit?
Our zoning
does.
officer. Then it comes to the council.
Okay, that. well,
And if
we're
we
here
don't
at the-
have one,
we're
he
here at the
doesn't need
council
it.
now. It's on the agenda.
It's the agenda's no good.
Should the ordinance tell you
The
we can
agenda's
sign
not
off on
good.
that?
Okay.
No,
Anyway,
we can't sign
We
off.
can't sign off on that.
Anyway.
But I'm asking a question, should the ordinance?
There is an ordinance.
Yes.
Can sign
What's
off
the
on
ordinance
it?
Zoning
for?
permit.
Alright.
For the zoning permit. Okay.
The zoning officer's gotta approve the permits.
No kidding.
My name's Krista Keegan, I live on Rhine Circle, and I only am up here because the agenda does not state any public comment. So I've attempted to try to get on the agenda. There's no voicemail for me to leave, there's no website, there's no email, so I can't submit within the ordinance requirement time to be put on the agenda. So I am asking today to get put on the next month's agenda, and what would you like for that to happen?
What would I like for that to happen?
How can I go about getting my items put on?
Right now, if you want me to put on the agenda, it'll be put on the agenda for next month.
Okay, good. So I'd like each agenda for next month, and if this is in both, so I can have a copy.
Who's next?
Step forward, I'd like signatures of each council member accepting that I've requested agenda meetings for next month.
Agenda meeting or? you put on
Agenda items, just my concerns, and I know it's not the place right now, because I didn't have the opportunity to be put on the agenda, so I would like to be next month.
Anyone else?
Now, as you know, my daughter's house has been up for 3 months. I had to go through the borough to get an approval to get a building permit. The house is now set for 3 months. I'm waiting for an EDU. And I brought it to council that I looked up in the ordinance myself while I was on council and before I was on council. That under certain circumstances, I could have my daughter's house hooked up to my sewer and water, which is right beside them, and I was denied by council, by you and them. Then, wait a minute, I'm not done. Then, I asked that I would draw a contract up for the borough to have a holding tank tank in. And Gordon Chilson's comment was it would open up Pandora's box.
No,
Now-
that was Cleo Russell's
Now,
comment.
mine wants to put a holding tank in when they have sewer.
You did.
The house that they're
That
putting
ordinance is you must be hooked up to the sewer system.
with an exception. I brought that into you. I brought that into you, didn't I, Mr. Russell? I brought in with an exception.
Yeah.
And you
We
said,
denied it.
well, it had to be in the new ordinance code book. Well, guess what? I found it in the new ordinance code book. But then you listened to Mr. Chilson over there and said it was something back in 1973. It was revised in 2019. And it's still in the new ordinance code book. But I was only asking for that holding tank until I got an EDU from DEP, which will probably never happen, because the water authority doesn't wish to repair the facility that the sewer and water go through. How long has it been since we've gotten these flow meters? 6 months ago? Because I look back on, the minutes. We got them all, we put a bid on them, or we put in an approval to purchase them over a year ago. Now, don't say anything. We put out the first bid back in September. And then in the next council meeting, it said, we need to put out a second bid. Well, Mr. Penzone over there said that we have to find a contractor to put them in. Well, okay, did we ever get the second bid? Now, we're waiting for the contractor, Lord knows when that's gonna happen. If we purchased these things back in a year ago, and then you say, well, they're coming in, okay? So now, I'm waiting to find out when the contractor will be coming in to put these in the ground so we can see where the overflow of water is coming in through the pipe. So we can maintain, get this built back up the way it is, so we can have a better town.
Ed, appreciate your comments, okay, but, a year ago,
And you want me to go back and find it in the minutes book? I
a year
will.
ago, you knew that,
I've been on it too.
okay? You knew where you are on the list.
I've been-
I'm farther ahead of you on the list, but I've been waiting
I
years.
got a question for you with that.
Yeah,
Do you have a reason to have that EDU?
absolutely, I got two reasons, I got two lots that I wanna build on both of them.
Have you started building?
No, I haven't, I'm not crazy enough. I've been waiting years now.
You just put your name on the list.
Now, your name was on the list.
Been on there just last year.
There's 7 other people's names on the list.
Along, there's people been on that list for 3 years, okay? Now, another thing is that you knew that you were, that did not, and had your daughter put that home in, knowing that there was no EDU. Is that right?
Yes and no. If,
How do you have
well,
both?
no, if the water authority would do their job, the water authority of the 3 men sitting right there in front of you.
We have no water
Which-
authority.
Oh, yeah, okay, so that's why. Meetings.
They're water and sewer committee meetings.
Oh, excuse me, big difference.
There is a big difference. The water authority had their own finances, the water authority did their own business. Now it has to be approved by the Borough Council.
And how often does that happen?
Every time we,
Since you became president, they never hand out the financial reports to anybody here other than you. If
Every
these
time-
people over here on this table, Cindy Burrows and Mansell Adele, want the financials, they have to do a right to know act. They are council members.
they have never asked anybody for a right to know report.
Why did
Right.
they need it?
Okay, okay, now here's the next thing, okay? Mansell Odell and you have gotten financial statements. You haven't gotten any this year, because we haven't been able to get into the computer to do it. Still today, we haven't been able to.
But we have an attorney that apparently has the financials.
No.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
So how is he handing out the water bills? How is he doing this and that?
The attorney has nothing to do with the
Oh,
water bill.
CPA, excuse me, CPA.
The CPA is doing it by the readings of the water meters, okay? We read the meter once a month, you give them the net readings,
Okay,
they do the
who's
bills.
taking care of the accounts?
The accounts?
Yeah,
His
the
secretary.
bank accounts, the 9 bank accounts we have. Who's taking care of them?
The bank?
No. When the money goes from here to here,
Profit and loss sheets.
Yeah.
okay, who's moving the money from here to here?
Now, where's from here to here? From the
Yes,
borough
from
office
the
to the
public
bank?
to the borough,
The water
when they
bill,
pay their taxes.
when they pay the water
you
bill.
know. Does
When
it
they
go
pay-
to the secretary?
Well, you listen, I'll tell you.
I'm
Okay?
trying.
Okay, when you pay your taxes, it goes to the tax collector. She makes a deposit. When you pay your water bill, it goes to the borough, and then they make the deposit, and they pass on the numbers. to
Who's
the
they?
account. The secretary.
So the secretary, is she bonded?
No, she don't have to be bonded.
If she does.
If she's handling the money,
That's right.
she has to be bonded.
Everybody that works or elected for the borough council or the borough of Lawrenceville is insured for $100,000 with an insurance policy against theft.
Ms. Jeffers, when you were the secretary, did you have to have your own personal bonding
Tell them
as
why.
a treasurer?
You were the treasurer. The treasurer has to be bonded, not the secretary.
Anybody handle money?
Anybody that handles money.
No,
The secretary shouldn't be handling money, she's a secretary, she's supposed to be doing
no.
minutes or whatever she does.
Then why is Cleo and Gordy pulling payments out of the lockbox?
I have not pulled one payment out of
Well,
my lockbox.
It
Zero.
was posted
What was posted?
that's who's cleaning out the lockbox, you and him.
And who told you that?
Well, who's cleaning out the lockbox then?
Okay, I'll tell you right now.
Because we don't have a secretary. So who's cleaning out the lockbox?
She's taking the money, she's taking the bills that are paid.
That's cash, that's money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's handling it?
The secretary's handling it. And she's insured for $100,000. Now, what part of that don't you understand?
Not bonded.
I don't think.
I don't have to be bonded. The insurance company called me and said, you don't need to bond anybody but.
Is he bonded?
No.
Is he insured?
Who?
Yeah, he just got done telling us.
Cleo, he's not bonded, he's
Just got
insured
done
for
telling us
$100,000
that
against that.
everybody, all the workers and the council are bonded for up to $100,000.
Yeah.
Insured for
Insured,
theft.
not bonded.
Insured for
Insured.
theft.
Is that each
Insured.
one of you?
Yes,
Yes.
everybody
Okay, so everybody
Insured, not
against
bonded.
theft.
against
Right.
theft.
Against theft.
Against that.
And a bond is only against theft.
No, a bond is a certain amount, she steals $1 million, the insurance company's gonna come in, if she can't get her, they're gonna pay the bill, but
No.
Oh, yeah.
They're only gonna pay for what she's insured for.
that's what I just said, not insured, bonded.
What she's ever bonded for, she's wasn't bonded for $1 million.
Okay, so we'd have to go that million
Now-
before they pay. You'd have to be under that $1 million before they pay. Right now, if you're just like you and I, if I go steal stuff, what's the recourse? They're gonna pay for the stuff I stole, is that what you told me?
No, they're only gonna pay for, monies.
So, that's my point, we don't deal with monies.
In a
She does.
bond doesn't cover things, only
Money.
money.
That's why they supposed to be bonded, because of money.
That's what I just said, we're insured, each one of us, for $100,000. Now, look, what you don't understand,
We're not supposed to be handling money,
what part don't you understand that you're insured for $100,000?
but not handling money.
Okay, who's handling the money?
The
The
secretary.
Okay, and what's wrong with that?
Not bonded.
She doesn't need to be bonded. I'm
So
sorry.
you,
Then why are you
so
bonded?
me.
Well, no, they're not bonded, they're
So wait,
insured.
Eddie, here's a different question.
Gordon, do you want me to
Just
read
don't
that
hand the money.
email?
So,
Do you want me to read the email that was sent to us from the insurance company
Go ahead.
regarding that?
Please.
Go ahead.
please,
Right.
No, it says to confirm our conversation today, I have attached a copy of the crime section and endorsement increasing the crime limits on your current package policy. As stated, I have noted on the bond application for Jessica, her position is for secretary and not for treasurer. Your current policy already provides crime employee theft coverage for all persons who have access to monies for a limit of $100,000, except for and excluding the treasurer position. Therefore, Jessica, as the secretary, noted it's just secretary, is already afforded coverage under the package policy for $100,000. A separate bond would not be needed, as it would be duplicate coverage. It is my understanding that the CPA firm is currently handling the treasurer role. If anything else changes, please let me know. If you have any questions or need additional information, please do not hesitate to contact me.
That's-
Thank you, that
Thank you,
clarifies.
that's what I've been saying for the last 10, 15 minutes. Okay, is that cleared up? Everybody happy?
No.
Okay,
Well,
all right, I'm sorry.
Nobody's happy.
Okay, now the next thing is, you accused me of taking money out of that lockbox,
Yeah.
okay? Did I ever unlock that lockbox while you were present?
In my presence?
Yeah.
No.
Did I ever in your present?
No.
Did I ever in your present?
There's nobody gonna admit to it in front of you.
Did you bring
Well,
Mel in?
no.
No, it's in her presence, it doesn't mean.
No.
Yeah.
Gordy,
Okay, okay, and the next thing is, when you're at the Borough Council, or at the office, did I have a key to get in that office?
I don't know who had a key.
You don't know who had keys, okay?
I don't
Who
know.
had out there, and who had the post office box key? Right across the street.
I had a key.
Okay, that's it.
Eddie,
No one else has a key.
but you've got Jessica.
What post office box? Cause I never go to a post
He's
office.
Right
talking
across the
about
street, right across the street.
We're talking about the lockbox out in the
Oh,
driveway.
right.
That would, yeah, either one. Okay,
March.
right?
March? Okay, so.
I didn't start till the end of March.
So, okay.
Last week of March.
So from the time we had the January meeting, when I, as the outgoing president, had all came from Penny Jeffers. The process that we did as
Hey, look, if you're.
And now the question is, when I gave it to the mayor, then the next thing I knew was that somehow you guys gained access to the borough office. And I can't remember which one of you said this, but my feeling is it was Cleo Russell, but I also believe it was you, Gordy. You stated something to the effect that you needed to have access to the keys because the borough needed to continue to run, and so therefore you had to be able to have access to the mailbox so you could get the bills. And I believe it was you, Cleo, that made the comment that you were surprised that some people would put their water bill payments as cash in the box. So therefore, you yourself are now admitting that you had access to the box where water and sewer department money was being taken out.
I'll admit that.
Okay,
I took all that mail, all that, put it in a separate envelope. I took all the mail delivery service, that mailbox into a big envelope.
okay, so,
That was all taken
and
care of.
I'm not picking on you, Cleo, but I just wanna clarify for those of us that are sitting here, that's completely different than what Gordy said when he was talking to each individual that was an active current secretary. None of us sitting here would argue that any of you sitting up there as council people would be seeking to have access to those things. It is very clearly stated in PSAB that there needs to be counters and measures between the secretary treasurer, the person that's in that position, and the council members. The council members are not handling the money.
Well,
But they are.
whatever, I have not handled any money, zero, and I don't think anyone
But
else.
he
No.
just admitted.
Who did? Out of the lockbox.
He took it out of the lockbox, took it in, and you're there.
You're pointing at me.
But also, wait a minute now, let's get back to this.
First of all, what you're talking about is
January-
not on the agenda.
Yeah, let's get back to
Let's
the
get to
agenda.
January 3rd.
We have the right to have.
Okay,
When we handed that envelope over,
Yeah.
it was cut, Mansell, myself, and Benny Jeffers. We had 4 white envelopes sealed and with our signatures on it and retaped. And then we put them in a large yellow envelope.
Yep.
And then we also sealed it, signed it, retaped it. That envelope was not supposed to be opened, not by a council member, not by the mayor.
Not according
It
to our
was
attorney.
supposed, I want to speak to him, but he's too much of a coward to speak to me.
Well, I got a
Okay,
question.
now wait a minute.
No,
It was supposed to be
let's put this-
opened by the secretary.
Let's do this right, let's get this right.
The secretary is employee of the Borough
Okay,
Council.
we have three
Are you
council
an employee of
members.
Borough Council?
Whoa.
No, I'm not an employee, I am the Borough Council. One member.
We have 3 council members that put it in the envelope, but you got other council members that are allowed to touch the envelope. Now,
Exit interview, but
Penny put it in the
was
envelope.
anybody else in
Yes, I
the
did.
council notified about this exit interview?
Absolutely.
Yes,
I
everybody.
never got
No.
anything.
She-
Tom's never got
If you
anything.
she put an email
I
out.
talked to you on the phone.
She
you
put a
were
text
calling.
message
I
out
did not get it.
to her,
I thought-
anyone,
I don't know anything about it.
Bob and I come into office for her to leave.
You said you were gonna call me back.
Okay, but anyway, let's get to the agenda. You got anything else, you were speaking off the agenda, state of the agenda, please.
Oh, I can
Speaking
stay.
of agenda.
This is a
y'all
borough
signed
council,
for
this
next
isn't a
month's
public
agenda.
forum. So get on the agenda, that's
I know
all.
when we're
And
gonna.
Gordon,
When
I
is
agree
public
with you.
comment then?
Listen,
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 I
hey,
put that
hey,
in.
Public
hold
I'll
on.
get up there.
Public comment. It's
My
probably
name is
later.
Anna Hotelling, I live at 34 State Street.
That's fine.
I would like to know when public agenda will be during this meeting. When is there a public agenda?
Right now,
Well, you just told us we had to go by your agenda.
that's right.
No, I want to know when it's public agenda, when the publicans ask the
This
question.
is the borough agenda. You don't have a public
There
agenda.
is, we have the right as townspeople to voice our concerns. And you cannot tell me we do not.
Now, what's this again?
We have the right
To what?
to be able to speak our mind.
On the agenda.
No,
Yes.
we have the right to talk about the things that
There's
we're
no
involved
agenda.
in.
You didn't put up agenda.
It was not written on the agenda.
There's nothing at the end.
You knew
Agenda
from the
don't
last
work.
meeting that
What's
people
wrong with
wanted to
the
talk to
agenda?
You
you.
wanted to post it 24 hours prior.
That's you.
Okay, so
All right. Hold it, hold it. She spoke her piece. Is anyone else got anything to say?
No, I'm sorry, I'm not done. And I just wanna know when. When can people say what they wanna say?
At the end.
At the very end.
Actually, by the borough meeting,
So that
it's
is
right
why I
now. So-
requested to be on next month's agenda with my items. So that is what we need to do. We need to be able to give them the platform to present, which we have not had. Alright, so we don't have an email, we don't have a voicemail, so you need to submit it in writing
Well, we have
to be put on the agenda. And that's what I asked them to do for next
Okay,
month,
who's next?
okay?
Well, I'm up here anyway.
But while that's being said, I would like next month's agenda items that I am requesting to be approved, so we don't have this circle next
Yeah, we can't even get them approved that.
You'll take care of it. We'll put you on the agenda in your items, okay?
Well, I'm just gonna-
What's next?
You said it.
I'm just gonna respectfully ask you guys to, leave the council, because you're not good for our town. I'm sorry, but you're not.
Well, thank you for your opinion.
I think my opinion is what everybody else. But the four
Who's
of you are
next?
just.
Who's next?
Mr. Johnson. Give it back to her.
You're not, see, you're stopping people from talking, you're interrupting me when I'm talking.
You just made a comment that you
I made
wanted
a
to say every
comment and
time.
you just interrupted me
So
while I was
what do you,
talking.
say what you want to say then, on the agenda. I'm listening.
I just feel that you need to leave.
That's not. on the
You're
agenda.
not good, yeah, exactly, but, and it's never gonna be on the agenda, but, you know what, you're ruining our town, so that's that.
Election's up in 2 more years.
Yeah.
Well, and I hope to God that people realize that. we
Thank you
need
for
to-
your opinion. Who's next?
I will. Excuse me, Suzanne. No, this is the,
And explain that to
from
Mr.
Austin White.
Johnson.
My understanding, the borough is currently without secretary treasurer, current mayor is absent. There's sensitive information that the former secretary compiled in terms of passwords, bank accounts, other information related to the borough, all of which is in a sealed package envelope intended to be provided to the next secretary treasurer. While no one can perform the duties of secretary treasurer unless appointed as assistant secretary or assistant treasurer, the former which cannot be any officer of council, the latter which can be any member of council. The goal should be an orderly transition of confidential materials to the next treasurer. To the next secretary treasurer. I suggest the materials be kept in a safe keep until the new mayor takes office or new secretary treasurer is appointed, whichever occurs earlier. If there's still no secretary treasurer when the new mayor swears in the oath of office and is seated, then the materials should be handed over to the mayor at that time for continued safekeeping. Once a secretary treasurer is appointed, that mayor should hand those materials to the new secretary treasurer directly. My preference would be keeping all these materials within the safe at the borough office. Combination of the safe being the item transferred as opposed to the materials themselves are locked in a cabinet at the borough office. This was written by Austin White of McCormick Law Firm.
And is he not our,
Solicitor.
solicitor?
Mm-hmm.
He's the borough solicitor, is right, but when your mayor performed his duties, okay?
He didn't. He didn't turn it over to the
That's your
secretary
opinion.
treasurer.
Okay. What else you got?
Who did he turn it over to? Gordon, who did he turn?
The night, turned it over to Bob and I.
Are you the secretary? Is he the secretary?
No.
So, I mean, by your lawyer, your solicitor, it states it is only to be handed over to secretary treasurer.
That was his opinion on what somebody asked him, okay?
That was his, oh, see, that's okay, that's.
What do you got next, Cindy?
Where do we stand? Are you going over this, the LEPC, the Emergency Planning Committee, and the, hazardous waste or hazardous chemicals we're supposed to file? Has anybody done that?
Yes, it's in the process right now.
How long is it gonna take?
I don't know.
It was
It's
supposed to
4
come in
chemicals.
March.
What's that?
It's 4 chemicals.
4 chemicals?
Yes,
Well-
2 different plants. Can we hurry that up before we get a fine or?
Well, here's
80,000?
here's the problem, okay? I turned that over to Caleb Geis, okay? And he said that was not his problem.
No, it wasn't signed by, it was signed by the council president the last time around.
Council usually does that.
Yeah. All you have to do is
Well,
change some names,
all I
dates.
know is I talked to the engineer, and the engineer said, this is the certified operator's job, and he didn't do it. So he said that he would do it, the engineer, okay?
Okay.
Then we went and we checked the chemicals, and there's more chemicals there than 4.
Well, 4 was the last time around. So
Well,
now
that
that's a
was-
deeper
that
hole.
was
we're
an
digging.
inaccurate count, because there's chemicals that have been there for years.
Okay. My next question is, what are we doing about, workman's comp and the statistics that are supposed to go to the Auditor General's office, for the comptroller? Are we looking into these? For
Well-
state aid?
Well, you're talking about things that are not on the agenda. Make a list and turn it into the borough, and we'll give it to the correct committee,
Okay.
and we'll get back to you.
It was
No,
posted.
actually, some of that is on the agenda,
What?
what she's referring to.
Okay, moving on. How about, DEP? Where do we stand with DEP, the generator, the fines, all the above? Have you worked anything out with DEP?
Okay, as far as I know, we don't have any fines, and as far as the generator goes, we had a generator lined up, and the council voted it down.
Because it was a
Based
piece
on
of
what,
crap.
Gordon? Based on what? Why do we vote no?
I don't know, tell me. But anyway, he voted no, she voted no, Terry voted no,
You wanted us to
and
buy,
Ed voted no.
you wanted us to buy a generator,
I
sight
voted yes.
unseen,
I voted
sight
yes.
unseen.
He gave
You
us
said it ran.
pictures.
I didn't say
Okay,
that.
where, we've
You
got a
did say
grant
that.
for $64,000 for.
You don't have a grant for 1 penny.
Yes,
There's no-
we do.
There's no grant, no grant.
Yes, we do.
No.
I've got the paperwork. to
Show me the
show it.
grant. Show me the grant.
It's $32,000.
It's in the
Look, it's
budget.
not on the agenda, make a
We
list of what
need
you
him on
want
the
done.
agenda, Gordy, we're getting fined for
You're
this.
not getting fined for anything.
Really? Because look at the stuff, the paperwork from DEP I've collected.
Read some of the information on that.
This is why we're going down.
No. Read what, the one that runs the water plant, what he said.
Failure to obtain a certified operator. We have till June 9th to get one of that, and we won't.
And this is June.
6.
Oh.
Notice of violation, failure to comply with an order issued by DEP. Let's see, uninterrupted system service plan correction action scheduled for 3:30.
That's the generator that the council voted down.
To vote down because it didn't run. Why would you borrow broken
It
generator?
didn't broken, it didn't run.
It did not run, that's why they got rid
Submission
of it.
of an operation and maintenance
That's a
plan.
fact.
Did you hear us?
Did you hear us?
I didn't hear it run, but they didn't, it wasn't taken out of service because it didn't run.
Okay,
Yes, it did, they couldn't keep it running, they couldn't keep it running.
I've got copies of this if anybody'd like to see, because they're
Okay,
real from there.
Cindy, if you got anything else that's on the agenda,
Are you gonna discuss this?
if it's not on the agenda, if it's on the agenda, I don't have a problem discussing it.
In order to get on the agenda, we have to follow the proper procedures.
And they won't
Follow
answer.
the proper procedures, we have to be given that transparency, which we have not been given, and that's why we were.
Well, that was followed through the way.
Transparency is in
Decide
the
that.
code.
We want that on the agenda.
So,
You're at. You signed it?
Who's next? Step up there.
Just one thing related
State your
to
name
these.
and address, please.
My name is Suzette Urbano and the address is somewhere in Lawrenceville. It is under new business, social media issues. Under social media, one issue we have is we don't have a website. Why? I remember, cause I'm just really just baffled because we
That's
don't.
not on the agenda, so if you want it.
Social media issues, new business. Thank you.
New business, where does it say social media?
Last one. New business
This is why you gotta get
That's a
prepared for.
contact about social media issues, okay?
It's your job to listen to me speak my
Okay.
piece, so
All right, go ahead.
may you please be
So you're talking
quiet.
about social media.
Social media issues which segue into website issues. We do not have an official Lawrenceville News, social media site. We do not have an official website. So if I broke my leg and I wasn't able to hop down, a mile to the, borough office, we're obviously having issues with the, ability for contact. So,
I'm gonna interrupt you to help you. You call 911.
No, just for simple
How
things.
rude.
You got a broken leg, you call 911.
my apologies if you heard me wrong, I wasn't talking about an emergency.
Well, a broken leg is pretty.
What if we just need to read
No, all
three
right.
council members what
Let
she's
me
saying?
speak, please. To keep our order, to be heard, we all have to be heard. Ambiance of
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
frustration.
Emergency.
I know what I said, I need you to be quiet,
Well, I
thank
just
you.
want everybody to be able to get it.
I can speak loud enough, thank you. So say I'm at home, I should rephrase. I broke my leg, I'm sitting at home in a cast, I can't go anywhere. Or if I'm disabled, or if I'm elderly and I just can't leave the home. How am I gonna access information such as ordinances? Is someone gonna just, deliver it to me? Or can I just go online and find it? Oh, that should be convenient. Wait, there's no website. There's no social media page that's official. There's only something somebody had just made because they were trying to fill a gap. As a newcomer last year, the first thing I did when me and my husband and my daughter, we got into this house of ours, we want to know more about the town, but we're 5 hours away. How are you gonna get new people coming into this town to learn more about this town? Find out the ordinances, find out what is needed for, say, animals or building. Where can we print off a permit? We live in 2022 and we do not have a website at our borough. There is simply no excuse for that, and it needs to change.
Suzette, we actually did have a website.
I know you did, very briefly.
However, there was a motion made and decision made by the council to not pay for PSAB to continue to maintain that website. So when they made that decision, PSAB said, okay, boom, website's gone.
Okay, so we need a new one, need a new contractor.
I don't think it would be all that difficult to recontract with PSAB, and they may actually be able to bring back the original template that they had.
So, as a side note, I have a website of my own, and 29. Which is the service. I can do it as an everyday person, the council can do it. It's not that.
Next. Okay, go ahead.
My name is Mary Lawrenceville, and I'm here to make sure that it gets put into the minutes and it gets recognized that Hall's Lumber donated paint and all the supplies that we need to improve and fix up the library. We are in the process of working on the library. Lucy Rosie is the head of the library committee, and her and the other members are working really hard to make sure that our library is clean, painted, fixed up, you know, whatever needs to get done. But I wanted to make sure that it was noted in the minutes and that everybody knows that Halls donated everything we need to the library.
Who's next?
Thank you, Mary.
Okay, public comments are over. Department reports, the fire department. Fire department had 14 calls in the month of May. They've had 56 calls till June 1st for the year. And the new pagers are just needing to be reprogrammed as they were programmed wrong. Engine 8.2 has got an air tank problem, and then that's out of service because the brakes don't work, and they're getting that apparatus repaired. And the open house date for the new fire hall is not yet set. Things will be coming together, but as this time, there's no date set for open house. And that was prepared by the president of the fire. Razor, online raffles, Facebook, Lawrenceville Fire Department online raffles. You look that up and it'll inform you what the raffles are and whatever. And, they have training on Monday night, fire meetings. County meeting was in Gailton this last month, Northern Memorial Day Parade. They sent 3 vehicles to the parade. Tonight there's a countywide voting class in Wellsboro, that's why there's no one here to represent the fire department. Payment of the bills. Okay, excuse me.
Go ahead, then I got a general committee.
Brad, do you wanna give the police report next?
Oh, that's okay, I didn't get down to the.
Assistant Chief Brad Wilson, from Lawrence Township Police Department. So we have 3 jurisdictions. We do Nelson, Lawrenceville Borough, and Lawrence Township. For the month of May, we had 63 incidents. We put 1,399 miles on. We had 2 assist other agencies, repossessed vehicle, 5 suspicious vehicles, 5 harassments, 2 ATV complaints. We did 1 welfare check, 1 suspicious person, 1 theft of property, 1 trespassing, 1 wires down, 1 juvenile psychiatric patient, 2 transport prisoners. We had 1 complaint of racing on the roadway, 2 PFA violations, 1 theft by deception, 1 recovered ATV, 2 traffic complaints, 2 warrant services, 1 wanted person entry, 2 assist fire department calls, 2 scattered rubbish, 1 suicide, 1 neighbor dispute, 2 disorderly conduct, 1 threats, 2 motor assist, 1 domestic assault, 1 medical, 1 911 hang-up call. We did 3 criminal histories and 12 driver vehicle checks. For the borough itself,
Is that all the boroughs?
nope, for the borough itself, 1 harassment complaint, we had an ATV complaint, we had trespassing, we had the wires down, scattered rubbish, we had a warrant service arrest, we had transport prisoner, we had a domestic that ended up with an arrest, we had a medical assist, a harassment, suspicious vehicle, and a disorderly conduct. On the traffic end with it, we had 7 traffic stops that resulted in 3 citations.
Thank you, Brad. I didn't miss you, you're farther down the list here.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
So while you're still under departments, the ambulance, I have some.
I got that down the list here, hang on. Okay. Mayor's report?
Yep, so I'll still be able to sign down in front of the DMs. Talk to the guys about that, get that fixed up. And just, most of these things are
Please talk
on the
up.
agenda.
Can you speak up, please?
Yep, most of these things are hit up by the agenda, but I'd like to add,
Could you start at the beginning, Chris, because I didn't hear a thing.
so there's a sign down, from the DMs, still been there, so I'd like to get that taken care of. The other issues are the potholes, but which we're gonna hit up on our agenda. And I'd like to, as a footnote, the Lawrenceville Municipal Building, the sign needs an upgrade. So I'd like to work on some type of budget to fix up our sign, because we can barely see it. So I'm gonna work on that, and that's it, that's all I got.
Ambulance?
Okay, I spoke to my chief earlier before the meeting. For the month of May, the Lawrenceville ambulance had a total of 60 calls for a wide area. The Lawrenceville ambulance now covers Tioga. We've had calls that have gone all the way out to Westfield. We've had calls down toward Middlebury. We respond to calls. We've had calls that take us up 328, going up toward Jackson Summit, or in Job's Corners. So, of the 60 total calls, we responded to 35 total. Now, with reference to the borough, we had 21 calls. We were able to respond to 19 of those calls. There were 2 missed calls, and likely those were calls that are during the day when we don't have anyone that is actively on duty. So there you have the ambulance.
Thank you. Committee report, library? Yeah, I'll go back to that.
Library report. 2020 and 2021, we were not very active because of COVID and being open was spotty. A few people came and we closed it during the winter months. But right now, let's go back to 2021. We did some cleaning and gave away a lot of free books and had the story hour, and we're open as much as possible. Not very many people were coming at all in those 2 years. In 2022, we were trying to kind of boost everything up a little bit. We've got 5+ active volunteers, and we're processing books and cleaning and Facebook, and we've done some cosmetic improvements. You can go down and check. We have a nice green door there. Like Mary Ann said, that donated by Halls, and participation has increased. We're only open on Saturday. Plans. I have a couple of sort of questions. We received a $100 donation check from the Rosenbaums, which have read a Boston Perry's Great Nephew, I believe. I don't know what to do with it. It's made out to the library, and there hasn't been anybody. I've had it for over a month, and, I don't know how to get it processed and put into the library budget. And which brings me to the question, do we have a budget? I've been on a library committee more than once, and we never receive any information from the council in terms of how much money we have, or how much, or access it, I don't know how to access it.
You, call the borough.
I'm not done, Gordy.
No,
I'm not done. Also, the other thing is the trust fund. I know that there's some money with the trust fund, and I've asked about how to access that because there's some, work that needs to be done at the library. Like, for example, I guess there's something wrong with the foundation, and also it could use new windows. And I think there's, might be enough money in the trust fund to take care of at least part of that, or, you know, start off with that. So I'm asking for like a financial report, I guess, from the council periodically. 2023 is the library's 50th anniversary, and we are hoping to be able to get things together well enough and have an appropriate celebration. Lady who spoke about halls, she and her husband trimmed the shrubs today, which is incredible. So anyway, that's about it.
Building enforcement, zoning officer, anyone here want to be the zoning officer?
Can you answer any of my questions or concerns?
I didn't.
What should I do with the check? What, can we get a budget from the council? How do we access the trust fund?
Maybe Donna can look at it.
That?
If you would.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, when you give it to her, just get a receipt for her, then you hand her the check.
Okay.
What it says.
But I actually want to understand more how that works, so I've been waiting for a secretary to show up.
Right.
So I guess I need to make an appointment with Dana.
Yes, you can.
And are you already familiar with this or not? With this whole library thing? 'Cause I know it's not on the list.
No,
you know,
I'm not too familiar, but I'll dig it up.
Well, there are more important things than that, but just maybe down the road a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I thought there was a library fund at one time.
There's a line item in the budget, and what the line item is for is whatever the trust fund pays is what the line item is.
So we still have it.
Every month?
Every month?
Every month, every year.
So where's it at on our agenda?
It doesn't.
It's not on the agenda, it's on the budget.
The budget doesn't have on the library fund.
No.
No.
Zoning
You
officer.
might get us the information on what's.
Yes,
Is there a reconciliation that can show what has gone into it?
No, absolutely, I mean,
That's- I
you
think that's
looked
all
at the
she's
account
asking.
today.
The
Library
library's budget.
I looked at the library account.
You had all the statements.
I looked for April and May thing statement.
That's part of the library.
But she didn't have, we didn't have any, she had anything.
We're talking about the library.
It was in there for the library?
Yeah.
I didn't look at that, I was looking for May's only.
I'll get it.
You got it?
I'll get it.
Okay. I don't think so.
Who wants to be a zoning officer? Anyone here? Has some complaints about this? If not, I suggest that we need a motion to advertise for a zoning officer.
I'll throw my hat in the ring, Gordy.
You wanna be the zoning officer?
Sure.
Absolutely.
I make a motion, we advertise.
Okay. Motion made by Bob to advertise for a zoning officer. Need a second?
No, he accepted. You said anybody wanna be, and Mike said, I'll throw my hat in the ring, I'll do it.
Okay, that's fine. And he made a motion to advertise for it.
Well, why can't he be it? You got one right
Well,
here.
if he fills out a resume for us.
You asked for volunteers, you volunteered, and then you don't want it.
I didn't ask, I said they
Yes, you did.
All right, I need a second motion on the floor. Second by, Michelle.
I really can't hear you, Michelle. I heard a female voice.
Okay.
Because they can't.
Michelle seconded.
She can as long as there's 4 bodies present.
Roll call vote.
But you're supposed to be able to hear her through the speaker, not just a little. He's not voting.
She seconded your motion.
She seconded Okay. Need a second. Second by Cleo. Roll call vote. Leo Russell,
Yes.
City Boroughs,
No, we've got a volunteer right there, we
Woody
can hire
Simpson?
tonight.
Yes. Nance Odell,
You asked for a volunteer, you have one.
we're voting, you wanna vote yes or no?
I vote on her, yeah.
Yes. So is that a yes or a no?
That's our motion.
On Form A.
Bob Penzo,
He asked for a volunteer.
Right up until we.
So,
I have two zoning applications here that need to be approved.
so
Read that top for me again, Gordon. You asked me to read it, you read it. What does it say?
Please note, this is a permit application,
Okay, read it
not
again.
an actual permit.
Read again, keep going.
You cannot begin any work until you receive the appropriate permit signed by the Lawrenceville Borough Zoning Code Enforcement Officer.
Okay, who signed the bottom of that? Who signed the bottom of that?
The borough president
Okay.
signed it as an application.
Does it say zoning officer application?
Where?
At the top.
It says, no work.
No, it says, this is not a permit, this is not an actual permit.
Like until it comes to council, but the zoning officer's gotta fill that out. He signs it, then he sends it to us.
No.
That's the way it's always
Says it's
been.
not
No.
complete till the zoning officer signs it.
The people, the applicant signs it or fills it out.
What is this? Yeah, and the code enforcement signs it to move it forward.
You cannot
Right.
begin any
So,
work.
my point is.
Okay, so the next in line is the borough
No,
president.
that's not how it works.
Well, it is how it works.
So you know different than I am, I can do the same.
So in
thing.
other words, you're gonna hold these people up?
I'm saying I can do the same thing. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
they can do what they want, they've already done it.
Okay, now tell me something. Okay,
Yep.
Catherine Hogamo has done it, but it was fine. Okay,
Done what?
Mike Kerwin did it, but it was fine.
Done what?
Sign these applications. Fill up, give them zoning.
The only one I know that did it was you.
Okay, you're telling me, I just read one to you 2 months ago that she did for his daughter's house.
And it was approved at a meeting.
No, it's never approved.
Yes, it was.
No, it's never been approved today.
Yes, it was approved.
No, the application was voted down, 7-0, or maybe you weren't here that morning.
You better get
But
over
anyway.
to J. Herb then.
J. Herb is a building
I
inspector.
know what he is.
Okay. Anyway, I got two applications here. I need a motion to approve, Joyce Floyd for a fence, and Harry and Suzanne Dowd for a fence. There's pictures here, drawings here.
You're already done. Yeah, but these people are already about to be done.
Okay. So anyway, I need a,
I'm just saying, everybody else on council has the same rights as Mr. Chilson.
I want to do one.
I need a motion to approve the permits, not the permits, but the zoning permits.
This is a new procedure, and you're code enforcement.
We're doing exactly the same as we've done.
Al, what did Al Losey do? What did Al Losey do when he was in office?
He was a zoning officer.
There we
And
go.
how long ago did he quit? 3 years?
No.
But does that matter, cause it says you can't approve it unless you're a zoning officer, so why are we
Where
going?
does it say you
for-
can't approve unless you're a zoning officer?
Zoning officer
You
gotta
cannot
sign off.
begin
He's
work.
gotta sign off on it.
It says you
He's the
cannot
zoning
begin
officer.
work.
But if we don't have a zoning officer, how can we approve it?
The borough council will approve it.
My point is,
It's already done.
if that's the new procedure, we all get the same right.
No, listen, that's what's been done for the last 3 years. Okay? His daughter put a house in.
Right.
You're not bitching about
It
that.
went through a council. You know, it was a.
That's what I'm trying to do here.
He's asking for a motion.
Motion.
Did you get all paperwork? Did you go through J. Herb and all the whole nine yards? Thank you very much.
Okay. This is a fence, that's a building permit. This is a zoning permit.
It's already there, the porch is already there.
We got building porches.
You build the rail.
He's building a fence.
Okay, so you have reviewed that. I'm not saying you reviewed.
I've been on site reviewed, yes.
The recommendation is to approve it.
Yeah, and they're both are done very well. Pictures, the whole works.
Pictures and setbacks.
Drawings, setbacks, everything. okay? It wasn't like the stick people have done it, but we've gotten in the past.
I make a motion to approve the zoning permits as presented.
Made by Bob,
Sorry.
second by
Not the
Cliff.
zone, sorry, wait. I missed the zoning application, right?
Actual, this is the permit, the zoning permit. I
You said an application.
Alright, it actually says at the top,
This,
permit
yes,
application.
yes.
And it's done by.
That's what it says.
And what does it say? Continue reading it.
You cannot be more until you receive the appropriate permit, okay?
By whom?
We approved this so that they could get the
Let me
permit.
clarify. I make a motion to approve the zoning permit application as presented.
Roll call vote. Leo? Cindy?
No, it wasn't done properly.
Gordy? Yes? Mansell?
Based on the fact that Mr. Chilson can sign it and have it happen, anybody on the council can also, and I have definitely agreed to yes.
Robert
So you
Penzo?
do, I will do it next time.
Yes. It's a,
Yes, or no?
Yes, based on anybody can sign off on it, any council member.
So Cindy voted
That's,
no,
that's
everybody
not
else
how
voted no.
that's not how that motion's written.
I mean, it was,
I want my minutes to read that, the reason why I'm doing this is because I have the same authority as Mr. Chilson, that I can go to somebody's house if they got a problem and approve their permit. And I'll bring it
absolutely,
back
they
to
can bring it
council.
back here to be approved. Sure, no problem.
I have a question. I have a question too. I need clarification. The application that was filled out and signed by Mr. Chilson clearly states that you cannot start construction until you have the permit.
Right.
You just, as a council, approved that permit. They do not have the permit, but they have fences.
Yes, they're all complete. It's all
I can't, I'm not gonna,
They're already done.
They're done.
okay, but here's the point, all right? Who's gonna go down there
Put me in no.
and police that?
I'll put no on mine. No, I didn't know it was already done.
His daughter put a house in, and then
That
you
went,
get the application.
that went through J. Herb and everything, Gordy.
What did?
Everybody knew about what he was doing.
You didn't get a zoning permit.
We didn't have a zoning officer.
We didn't get.
What about a zoning board?
It was a hearing.
No,
We
don't have
zoning
one.
board.
Well, okay.
We don't have a
okay.
zoning board.
Everything that's been done in the borough since LOC resigned. is
Why did he
zoning
resign?
officer.
I can tell you, because you followed him around and you undid some of the stuff that he approved. You had, oh yes, oh my God.
What did I undo?
Oh my God, you questioned everything. Anna, remember the fence thing?
Is it true?
Yeah. Who did
I
it?
talked down myself.
Who gave you a hard time? Al approved it, and what happened?
No, what happened?
You came to my house?
No, I went to your neighbor's house. They complained that you built your road in the road right away. You built your fence in the
My
road right
fence
away.
was not in the roadway.
It's in the right of way still today.
It is not.
It's not. If you read the
Go measure it.
thing that you gave me,
Go
it
measure
says
it.
horizontal to the road. My fence is perpendicular.
And the neighbors been next door, been there for years, you approved, the council approved, and it was okay.
Whose fence is this that I
Or
built?
guy you just did the,
These people just moved in. Yeah, so-
same house, same house. You stop telling
Keep it to
stories.
the bill.
Wait, are you skipping over public works, streets and dikes?
No, we're going back.
We'll be back and pay the bills. Dana, you got the bills with you?
Do we know where the bills, what account the bills get paid on? What account is the water getting paid on? What bill, the sewer get paid on? They all call it general fund? No, they have never been in the past.
No, I don't have a list.
there a total?
Did you put a list together?
Yeah, it should be in your packet.
Okay, it's in your packet.
Or can you clarify what you just said and then go on the bill?
Here's a list of the bills right there.
Can you clarify what you just said about where the bills are being paid from?
All the general fund, all
No,
of
they
them.
aren't. No.
That's what he said.
They shouldn't be.
Every bill being paid out of general fund, it's always been that way.
No, it hasn't.
I know it hasn't.
It's been that way since January.
Well, whose fault is that?
Whose fault's that?
Yeah.
The people that did the incomplete exit review.
Well, I would assume, if you look at your messages, they several calls you and Enzo about coming over to get this thing worked out. You guys just refused to answer.
You knew an awesome thing. You should have had a second.
Oh,
I wanna know which bills are coming out what account. Oh, everything's coming out general. So we don't know how much is in the water, sewer, because
You looked at
somebody's gonna have to pay us back to general
You
fund.
looked at the accounts today, the bank accounts. You looked at them.
No,
You
I
asked
did
for
not.
it.
I didn't get one. Did I get one? Thank you.
You didn't look at any bank accounts?
No, because
no, because they haven't come in.
Oh, you mean for the month of May?
that's what I asked for.
Well, they aren't there yet. Okay, sorry. You can look at April's. They're the ones that are current.
You got it?
Not here tonight. You had the opportunity today.
I thought it said April, May, when you said no, I don't remember.
Oh, I just thought you said,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, it's not your fault. What is this?
Everybody look at the bills?
No, not yet.
But I can get you the
So,
paper.
our fine?
So is there any reconciliation of that?
So, this is $1,000 fee for the water system.
I don't
Yeah, it's coming
There's a later time in the agenda, we're talking about new business, you hire. I agree.
What do you got, Bob?
So, and while they're, looking over the bill, my
You guys-
question.
You guys gonna be a while, I'll go to the committee.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I'll do that.
If you're gonna be doing things with the
All right,
borough
so,
accounts.
We got, Bob is presenting. Hey, Bob is
Say what I work
in the presentation.
Ask for more money. Have you had the opportunity to
Hey,
read and review?
hey.
They're working right now.
No, he's doing the presentation.
Okay, since we're on the committee reports here, they're working on the payment of. I wanna go through the committee priority list, which, this was started back in February, March, I think, of this year. And I submitted, some requests to council members to help establish some goals for this community. And, I have a lister basically for each committee, and it's basically listed goal 1, 2, and 3. And, I wanted to pass this around, to have each council member check it, because sometimes it has elapsed since then, 3 months. And, basically, if there's been changes, basically I just want to, get them updated. But then also there's a list of who the committee members are. And I know there's a big, I don't know how to say it, but, a lot of the work as council members is committee work. Because we can't do the work here in this meeting, there's too much time. So, the point of the committee is to evaluate the situation, figure out what our options are, work to bring quotes, and then bring them back to the council. The council then votes on that. That's the process. So you're asking a lot of questions that are really committee, and to be honest with you, I think we only have maybe 1, maybe 2 committees that are functional. I've been asking the council to get active, yeah? Get active as committee members because you steer the direction of the borough. So I'll pass this around, basically let's get some, feedback from you folks, from the council members. And, what we're talking about, we're asking a lot about dates and when this and when that. We really have been struggling as a council because of this whole transfer. I feel like for the last 6 months, we can't do our job because of whatever reason. I'm not blaming anybody. All I'm saying is it's been a tough go at it. I don't know why, I don't like it, but I want it fixed. And you guys are demanding, I'm a resident too. I mean, sometimes I feel like you guys act like we're not residents. I want this town to succeed, okay? Don't forget that. We're your residents, we're your neighbors, okay? But to be honest with you, I've never seen a transition like this ever. I've been on the council how many times here where there were secretaries change. I don't know what happened, but it is not fun. We need to get this office open. We need to get the tools working. We've been talking about the same thing since January. So let's work together. And so basically what I'm asking here is to get committee members on here. You ask for a meeting, just like I can ask for a meeting. So I hear a lot, well, we didn't have a meeting. It's a two-way street, so I'll pass it. Any questions, comments on that?
I haven't seen it yet, I'll let you know.
Well, the process. Any questions on the process?
Well, the last thing I knew in the process was you had a committee for the dikes, the roads, and so forth, and at the top was the so-called leader of those groups. So if I want a meeting from the, say, the roads, my upper superior, whoever may be at the top of the list, would call for a meeting on roads, then we'll sit down and discuss things. I don't think that's ever been done. So don't fall short just of the council members.
And what I just said was, it's a two-way street, where you could call a meeting, just like I can.
I can't.
Sure you can.
At the top,
At a committee, you could schedule a meeting.
Let me see that, I gotta see
How
that
do you
paper
call a
first.
meeting?
You call the people on the list. It's informal.
That's not how it's been working, though.
I know that, that's what I'm saying. That's why we're not working. We work together.
Isn't that leadership though?
That is leadership, okay.
I can't jump until I see the paper. See it for the first.
And part of leadership is establishing priorities, right? We mentioned a lot of things here tonight. Some things are higher priority than others. And that's just how it is. And that's the point of this list here.
The point is, you got a chairman for all this, every committee, which I'm in agreement with. The chairman is supposed to reach out to the committee. And then the committee sits together with the chairman, and he discusses the issue. Without a leader, as a chairman,
If you want to
not
let
even
the box,
forward.
man, so yes.
That's how it's supposed to work, that's why it's always worked.
Well,
And who's named at the top, all those chairmen?
Chairman doesn't have to call a meeting.
he doesn't have to.
They're the chairman.
Just
They're
as
the
responsible
chairperson.
as everybody else on that committee.
They're the chairperson.
And I don't know why you want to divide. There's no reason to divide. Just schedule a meeting.
Then why did you put a chairperson at the top, you didn't want to divide?
The chairperson is the president, by
No.
definition. He's on every committee.
No, that's one.
The borough council president's on every committee.
I understand that.
So what's the problem?
Sorry, I misspoke, but he's on every committee.
But like, for instance, I think,
The chairperson, Penzo,
Claire
Chilson,
Russell.
Russell, Chilson, Penzo, Russell. Now, remind you that the president's on all these committees, but the chairman are those people. And the way I was taught, the chairman calls a meeting.
That's what I just said, Mansell.
The chairman, you said anybody can call a meeting.
They can.
There's never been that way
They
before.
can do that.
Anyone that's on the
Why
committee.
can't they?
Because the chairman's supposed to be doing that,
But why can't they?
because it's never been allowed.
So, can we go on the record?
So,
And
why
that's
does
what
it have to,
happens.
that's my point, why does it have to be divisive, right?
Yeah, that's-
Anybody can schedule a meeting,
Okay.
and in fact, that happens.
An example is, a month ago, Cindy Burrows wanted to walk the dikes.
We walk the
Okay,
dikes.
we walked the dikes. Okay.
No, I invited myself along because I knew I was on the committee.
And
You all were going
did we-
without me.
Did we walk the dikes?
Yes, we did.
Very good.
And did we all agree on the day and the time?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
did.
did.
Okay.
So,
And has anything been done? No, it hasn't. We were supposed to put an ad in the paper for, mowing the sides of the levees. Have we gotten any, of those bombs yet? And bombed any groundhog holes?
We've not bought any bonds because we can't, they're not available, we bought two.
Robert had a few in his garage he was gonna use.
I did not have a few in the garage. They're not mine.
Well, yeah, there were a few
They're
around
the
someplace.
So there's bonds that belong to the borough? that-
No, that's a rumor. She just started that rumor.
No, I wasn't making, we were talking about, no, you had extras someplace.
He just said he.
No, he had extras someplace.
No, I don't.
We were talking about it, remember you said you
No.
had, you needed 100 and some, and
No.
you thought there was some around?
No, I didn't.
That doesn't mean they're in his garage, cause he thought there was something.
No, I thought he had extras, I'm trying,
The last thing I knew, Gordon. you
it's
had
my
something.
fault, I said it wrong, but I thought there were extras someplace floating
No,
around
it's-
that we talked about.
No.
I'm sure I heard you say that he had it in his garage.
Okay, maybe I did say it by accident, I'm
I
sorry,
accept- I
Robert.
accept your sorry.
I'm not accepting yours, I'm not speaking to you,
All
I'm
right.
apologizing to
Anyway,
Robert.
that's all I asked.
Okay, streets and roads, streets.
So there is one final part. Part of it is splitting up the work, right? So if you're on the committee, you say what was done, well, you should be saying, what did I do? Not just what was done. Or that's the whole point, is to split up the workload, and I don't know if we're hearing that.
I think she was saying that she was part of the dike committee.
Yeah?
You guys had planned to go to the dike for an inspection. She invited herself, she was not invited by the chair.
Actually, I think it was at the last council meeting that we talked about, and we set a time right then and there.
And I
So
said,
there
"Can I
was no
go?"
secretive about it, it was public, actually.
We wouldn't have told you when to show up if we didn't want you.
Well, I asked, can I go?
Absolutely, you go, I would have no problem with it, okay?
But the
So-
point is, but the point I'm trying to make, you're asking, you're saying we were supposed to put something in the paper about cutting. I didn't get to that. Did you get to that?
I didn't get that message.
We discussed it there.
I understand, but my point
And
is,
it's not, if I went and did it without you two getting permission, I'd be paying for it.
Exactly.
No.
Yes.
and that's the point though.
If you wanted me to do it, say, Cindy, go ahead and do it,
What
and
I'm
I would've
trying to
said,
make is-
okay, I'll take it and go.
We're all responsible.
Well, the road and the street you talk about, let's take PennDOT. That's a no-brainer, so let's get that started. We own.
We've been through that about 6 times.
Yeah. Public works, streets and dikes.
You have a question for a
The
resident?
streets,
There's been a question back here.
This is my shade tree, trimming the wall, the trees.
Go ahead.
Can the public get a copy of who's on these committees?
absolutely, yep, no problem.
And where will it be posted?
It won't be posted, you come to the borough office and we'll give you a copy.
And what are the borough hours? What are the
Seven-
borough hours?
7 to 3, Monday and Wednesday. Or you call me and I'll get you a copy of it. Public works, streets and dikes.
Wait, do you not want to actually pay the bills?
We're still waiting.
Go ahead.
I
I
don't
don't know
know
when,
for reviewing the bills.
I don't know how we're paying them.
Are you through reviewing the bills?
Yeah, they're scary.
Are you through reviewing the bills?
Yep.
You have a list of them if you.
It's all coming out of general fund.
Motion to, pay the bills, total bills $11,784.
I make a motion to pay the bill.
Motion by Bob.
I'll second.
Second by Cleo. Roll call vote. Cleo?
Yes.
Cindy?
No.
Gordy? Yes. Mansell?
No.
Bob Penzone?
Yes.
Motion carried 3-2 to pay the bills.
Who's bringing that?
Anybody that wishes to.
She is,
Oh, she's writing it down?
she is.
She's writing it out.
Who's the signature on the account to sign on
2 council members. Two.
No, no,
4 council members.
You had to
None of us.
on each one.
Not us though.
Are these funds being commingled?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there a opinion? Okay.
No, you're supposed
Public
to, you're
works.
not a general account.
Hey, whoa.
So it's not their opinion, it's
Public
actually
works,
the
streets
fact.
and dikes. Bob and I, walked Mill Street, and, we have a guy that's, working on an estimate, and I talked to him Friday. He said that with the price of diesel fuel, the price of blacktop, but, he can't get a set price yet, and that he'll get with me on the street that's still marked out. In the levees,
Where are we getting this money
Where are you
from?
getting the money from?
When did he fix it? He fixed the whole street, just the pothole?
just the ones marked out, you said it was marked
Just the
out.
pothole?
No, they're gonna be dug out, they're going to be milled out and done, same as the other streets.
Not the whole street.
Not the whole street.
This is for the
We haven't had financials in 6 months, how can we go with this big dollar amount project?
We're just getting a
What's it,
quote.
where you getting a
He's just
quote?
giving you an update.
Do we have any idea what the quote might be?
That's
No,
what you're
roughly,
saying.
Roughly.
No, because we didn't get the quote.
So we got one quote coming or more than one?
I got one quote coming so far, okay? I'll talk to other
We're gonna ask for
people,
more.
okay?
Is this,
Dykes,
is this the same person that did the roads previous?
that did the what?
That did the roads previous in town?
2 years ago.
Yep.
There's one of them, okay, I contacted them all. Okay, dikes are being mowed, what the employees can mow, and we took a count on woodchuck holes, and, when we get some bombs, we'll get them filled in, we've got some of them filled in
So,
already.
2 years ago, you used the bombs. We ordered them.
2 years ago, yep.
Right, so how many did we get then, do you remember?
We had 21 holes, I think we got 2 bombs per hole, we got probably 50 bombs.
And they're all gone.
I have no idea.
You had 21 holes back for the whole.
You don't know if they're gone yet? The bombs?
Yeah, they're gone, they don't have any more.
No.
Yeah,
Cause we used them throughout the year, we didn't use them just at one time.
they're gone.
Whatever was
There
left
is no
over,
more
we
bombs
used.
left, that's what.
There is no
Bob
bomb. He says there is, he says there isn't.
I didn't say there is any, that there is or isn't, I said I don't know. That means I don't know if there is or isn't.
Where would it be if there is?
Well, I would assume that there would be, at the sewer plant in the back room. Or in the garage. They got more to it.
Actually, in the garage. I think it's illegal.
Parks and Recreation, I got a bid on a quote on the, certified landing material for Cherry Street. Bob measured that out, it comes to roughly 100 square yards. We got a quote of $46 a cubic yard. We need 100 cubic yards. So that's roughly $4,600, and he can deliver it, within a week. And right now, hopefully the grass is growing under the straw, so, we need to get the landing material down and, get the grass growing. I need a motion to purchase.
Would it be cheaper to purchase enough for both parks? Since that one was illegal, the big one has nothing, so that's really gotta be illegal.
That's right.
So,
The problem is.
it might be cheaper to get it all.
The problem is it's a ton of material that we have to trip over and move around, so I advise against it. When we had it at the sewer plant last time we did this, and it's a pain in the neck.
Well, you should just put it.
It's the same price whether you buy
Right.
Ton?
1 yard, or
Okay,
if you buy
same
100
price no matter
yards.
what.
Okay, same price per cubic yard.
Right, but the truck is be cheaper.
And it's,
Well, the truck holds 100
No,
yards.
it would be 2 trucks.
Right, I mean, they got they got trucks that with rollers on them.
I'm just telling you, his truck holds 100 yards, he told me, okay?
So you just wanna do this part first?
I make a motion we order 100 yards of bark for the Cherry Street.
Motion made by Cleo. Need a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Cindy, roll call vote. Cleo,
Yes.
Cindy,
Yes.
Gordy, yes, Mansell?
Yep.
Bob,
Yes.
roll call vote on that is 6 yay, no no's. Ball field light repairs and
Why do
tree
you have
trimming.
staff? Only 5 of you sitting in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five, excuse me, 5 zip, thank you. Still passed. Ball field light repair and tree trimming. Here we got a couple of lights that need repaired, and we need some trimming to, get the lights to be effective.
Someone with a bucket truck to do this.
Our employees can do that,
Good.
I don't think they're gonna, where's the list of who's on the committee? Thank you.
Keep those guys.
Yeah, okay. So I suggest that, the recreation committee look into getting a bucket truck, get the lights fixed, and get somebody to trim the trees. And report back to us next month.
So we're looking for quotes.
Yeah.
Can I make a motion?
You wanna do the motion before they get, you make a motion for them to look into it?
Yeah, just to get quotes.
Okay.
Make a motion, we get quotes to, trim the trees at the ball field.
Motion made by Bob,
Yeah, repair the lights as well. What's wrong with the lights? They just don't work, or?
there might be one or two out, I'm not sure.
And I think they also need to be adjusted, because one's shining into a lady's room.
Motion made by Bob, okay, second,
I'll second.
Cleo, roll call vote. Cleo?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Gordy? Yes. Mansell?
Yep.
Bob?
Yes.
5-0. Motion passes. Personnel appointment. Interview applicants that are interested in sewer water possibly for the opening, if there is an opening. We advertised for a sewer water worker, to help with the issues to, get DEP off our back. We need a motion to interview the applicants that we got.
How many workers we got now?
Full-time, one.
How many we got altogether?
4. He worked for the last couple of years. He only works like, okay, he works yesterday, no one.
Yeah, why was he working on a Sunday? Are we paying him time and a half?
No. We're paying time and a half.
Four
not
workers,
over
one
4 hours.
full-time. So this is the same plant that we've been running for, I don't know. Just one guy can do all this. But 4's better, I'm in agreement.
Okay.
Might take 10.
Are we increasing or is someone leaving?
Yeah, why are we still looking? We got 4 already.
Or we, or?
I didn't say we're gonna hire anybody. I said, we interview, to interview applicants that are interested in sewer water possible opening. Doesn't say we have an opening.
Well, that's why I was wondering if something.
Is this sewer and water operator?
No, it's just a
Worker.
Employee to do the testing, employee to do whatever's needed. They have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Bob.
I'll make a motion, somebody else.
Second. Roll call vote, Cleo?
Yes.
Cindy?
No.
Gordy, yes. Mansell?
We're hiring it, let me get this straight, we're hiring it, putting it out in the paper to find somebody that we might need down the road.
No, we already advertised it.
When did we
You
ever?
already advertised it?
We advertised it last.
And you just wanna prove it now?
No, no,
When did we advertise?
no. All we're on now is approval to interview those applicants.
You don't have to do a motion to interview people. You
Well,
do
we
a
did.
motion to
We did.
hire 'em.
No,
Mansell,
I missed that meeting, so I don't know what happened.
so vote yes or no?
No.
Okay. Bob?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed.
This is working together.
3-2.
I don't remember this.
So are you also going to make a motion to advertise for sewer and water operator?
Yes, but the thing is, there's nobody within 100 miles that's gonna read the ad, okay? So what we have done is we've gotten a list of operators from DEP, we got a list of operators from Rural Water, and we've gone through those operators, and which ones are classified for our. Which way, this way?
Did you guys see that?
Yeah. We've been on the phone, contacting operators that qualify.
Do you agree with this? No. Okay.
That qualify for our, plan.
Can I ask,
So that's not a new business, I mean, we're hopping around here a little bit.
Well, that's pretty simple.
So I didn't know we were advertised yet, but this we did, we got names from certain people already.
No, we got a list of all operators.
And you're calling them on the phone?
Yeah.
Only the ones that are like within a 150-mile radius that qualify for a
It's
plan.
on.
So how many did we talk to already that are qualified? I mean, this is a big issue.
but isn't the borough already involved?
Man, so that's why it's on new business at the bottom of the agenda.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
Okay, well, you started, I just.
But anyway.
Chimed in.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so anyway, go ahead, chime in. What's your
Go
problem?
ahead, we'll wait.
Oh, you asked me you asked me if we advertised for an operator.
Oh, Cindy did.
Well, what we did, okay? Did I explain to you what we did?
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so we'll get to that under new business. Personnel and appointment, hire Penn York Accounting Services to bring QuickBooks Ledger up to date and other borough finances as needed in the amount of $95 an hour. And that is to bring the books up till June 1st.
Question about that. We're paying an accountant $160 an hour.
Wrong.
Well,
But
it's
CPA,
$125. but-
Paid CPA is
$135.
$135.
And then the other 25.
So why do we have to hire somebody
So we're
else?
gonna hire somebody else to
Okay,
do
the
QuickBooks.
CPA doesn't do QuickBooks.
Yes, they do.
In the CPA, this, okay? All right, that's why. We bring, do you have a resume?
Perhaps you could explain what the CPA does and may help them understand.
So it's in your packet, her resume's in
Hang
your
on,
packet.
hang on. Every council member has a proposal from, and your, so you might wanna read through it.
We just got it, so yeah. So, we have the CPA first, and then do QuickBooks.
Doing the water and sewer for $35 an hour.
So there's.
So I have a motion to, Penn York Accounting Services.
So guys, this is how we get to a profit and loss. We've been asking for a profit and loss
I understand all
for
that.
6 months.
My point is, why didn't we utilize the people that we have?
This is how we get
They
to
could have
that.
gotten.
They can do it.
Why, what people? Our own secretary. How do you know she couldn't get tenure? Stop trying.
Mike and.
We've been trying.
Her, not you.
Ask her,
What?
ask the other one.
But I'm
They're
saying,
both here, ask
well,
them.
the one that did run it before, how do you let her try?
Penny don't work for us.
Subcontractor, hire her $50 an hour.
We're working on that.
Guys, we got a proposal. It's your
Why would I
choice.
pay this guy?
You know whether it's a yes or no.
Wouldn't be worth it, right?
Need a motion to,
I'll make a motion to start the discussion then. Yes. I make a motion to go to discussion. I make a motion to discuss.
so you're gonna make a motion to have your county services?
They're coming tomorrow?
That's what she said. Said timeline, accountant staff can start work on June 7th, right there. You gotta read the
Two of
resume.
the council members are only hearing about the staff.
Yes, yes.
So does that not tell you that there's division and no communication?
We just got the quote
No,
today.
you just got the quote this afternoon.
How long you been talking to her?
But the CPA that we're already paying for can do the QuickBooks.
The finance committee talked to her. Friday night? Thursday night. Thursday night. We talked to her Thursday night. First of all, she came in and got the computer, QuickBooks working.
Who's she? I'm glad I know that. Now,
Vicki Willis.
She can do it.
Renee can get
in there, she can get open. Talked to her today, she got it. Yes, she did.
But anyway, need a motion to, hire Penn York Accounting Services.
You have a motion.
Let's roll.
Need a second. Motion?
They already hired, I don't know why we're even here.
Nobody's hired, nobody.
you did, so you just told me she's coming in tomorrow.
That's what it says.
That's what it says. And you already been talking to her. Why did she come in and hire her?
Council staff can start work on June 7th. That's what he said.
Okay, so we find out today you already hired her. She started working tomorrow.
got QuickBooks working, though, to be fair to them.
She came down for the interview.
They interviewed her to open QuickBooks.
So when the CPA comes back from Hawaii tomorrow,
Somebody motion,
No, we haven't got a motion.
Okay.
she wasn't hired by the borough.
I make a motion, we hire, Penn York County Services.
Motion made by
At,
Thank you, Jessica,
No
for
doubt.
speaking out. Why are we paying a separate company to do something that we're already paying to get done?
We're not paying anybody to do it.
You just said that. Do you not hear yourself talk?
What did I say?
You literally just said they're coming tomorrow. You just said that you
No,
interviewed
that's
them and you
what's
have
on
no
her
motion to
resume.
interview.
That's when she can start on her
They
resume.
have to get approval from the council, even though they've already hired them.
So at your special meeting, the reason why you told us you were paying her $20 an hour is because she was proficient in QuickBooks.
Yes.
So why
No, no,
isn't
no,
she,
no.
yes, you did.
Okay.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You're right, okay.
So
Well,
You
what
just
is-
said she was wrong, then you said you're right. All you do is lie through your teeth.
Okay. Hey, sit down.
I don't know what my.
Slow down.
Don't tell me what
Where do you live?
That's not your business.
Yes, it does. Do you
No,
live
it's
in
not
Borough?
your damn business.
He lives in the borough.
Okay,
This is a
fine.
public place. I can be here if I live in Upton if I want.
You don't understand the description of what she's going to do. She is,
Right, but you said the reason why she got hired at $20 an hour is
whoa,
because she's
whoa,
proficient in
whoa, settle down.
QuickBooks. No, I'm not
The
saying
description of what she's going to
said.
do, the description of what she's going to do is bring QuickBook Ledger up to date for
You
May
said she was gonna
31st.
do the same thing at
No.
the special meeting.
No,
Yes,
I
you
never
did.
said that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It's on video.
That was the reason she was getting $20 an hour.
Do you have the minutes from that May 27th meeting?
We just approved it tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
No, just need a second. Second by Cleo. Roll call vote. Cleo?
Yes.
Cindy?
No,
Gordy?
don't know
Yes.
nothing about this.
Mansell?
I voted on something that you guys already did, and I want the record to reflect that.
Gordy or Bob?
Hey, he requested to have that in the minutes.
3 to 1.
Reflected in there.
Yeah, I wanted the minutes.
No, that's 3-2.
He didn't vote.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
I
He
said
said
no.
no.
He said he's not gonna vote for something.
That's a no.
That's a
That's a no.
Yeah, I
No
want the
vote.
record to report why I didn't.
But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you.
You did say at a prior meeting that you were hiring her, paying her more because she has Facebook experience, and Jessica did not. She can't do this, but this other one can.
So point of clarification, this person that you're hiring, is she only being hired up until she gets the QuickBooks caught up to May? And then we're done with her? June.
No.
No.
So she can.
So we're gonna keep her on.
Subcontractor salary.
So we're gonna keep her on at $95 an hour, right?
No. You mean, she's got a list of things that she does for different dollars amounts,
Okay.
okay?
But that's, so now, we're coming up with $200 an hour just for 2 accountants. Hell, why the hell do we need a secretary?
No, whoa. No, right now, you got one at $35 that does the water and sewer.
$135.
No. He is the CPA. The CPA is not charged as.
I was there when you approved that.
Why are we paying them to do something and then another firm to do another thing? That's
The CPA should be qualified to do QuickBooks.
No, they are totally qualified, they are.
Old business, street sweeping. Street sweeping is gonna be done the week of June 20th.
What's the count? How much is that? The price of it?
The what?
The sweeping, streets.
The street sweeping
Yeah.
is $135 for the street sweeper and additional, money for the, skid steer and additional money for the back, or the dump truck and additional money for the 3 employees.
That's already been cleaned up on Main Street where they needed that.
What, you got a rough estimate?
$295 an hour.
Oh my God.
And do we put this out for bids?
How much was that when you were
No,
doing
you don't have to. You can't find any cheaper.
So the one that I had for
Not
yesterday
put
was
straight down your laptop.
How much? $135 an hour with a 50% fuel surcharge when they leave Borough and come here.
Yep, that's an
Well,
hour
that's
and a
quite-
half.
that's quite a difference.
How much?
NTSWA in Blossburg was $135 an hour with a 15% surcharge.
To sweep,
And
not
street
to clean
sweeping.
it up, just to sweep.
But you said that that's why you had your borough guys going around
That's
cleaning
right.
up the streets.
That's right. Right. So we got lawn mowing, we got other issues going on.
You got 4 guys.
You got 4 employees out there, that's us.
I know.
We got 3 part-time ones.
What are they doing?
But anyway, street sweepers coming on the week of the 20th. Oh, okay, look, all you can do is make a motion not to hire him.
No, I'm checking with this, the secretary thing, I just got a paper today. Yeah, I'm looking at this, man. Wow.
I'll make a motion to street sweep.
Motion made by Cindy,
We'll get something out of this.
I'll second.
second by Cleo.
I'll feel a little bit.
Roll call vote. Cleo?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Gordy? Yes. Mansell?
Yeah.
Bob?
Yes.
Park on Cherry Street. Park on Cherry Street, I went through that earlier. You have any questions on that? We already bought the mulch.
So once the mulch is delivered, the park will be open.
No. You gotta get the mulch spread,
Yeah, that's that.
okay? You gotta get the grass to grow.
Grass is.
So are we on the next year board?
I'm just telling you,
Oh,
you
we don't
asked
have
and I
next
told
year?
you, asked and I told you.
Just put a pink fence around the grass.
Hydrant on by water plant.
I need clarification on Cherry Street,
Yeah.
is that just hanging out, we're not doing it?
Collar around it.
No,
I don't know.
we're just gonna get the mulch that's there.
Hey,
That's antiquated, we can't
Hold.
start business all that.
Do you know what, it's been there forever.
okay, here's what happened. When Tony and Tim walked off the job the last day, they ordered 10 yards of concrete and they dug that hydrant up and filled it with 10 yards of concrete.
It wasn't concrete.
We got a bill for 10 yards of concrete from Red Rose for that hydrant service, okay? Mansell says no, but
It wasn't concrete.
Why?
It's
Why?
like concrete, but it's not concrete.
Why?
Why?
Because
I don't know.
PennDOT,
No, I'm asking, why did they fill it with concrete?
Just to.
PennDOT told them that it
Sure.
would last longer with the travel over top of it. They filled it with this crete, it's not concrete, it breaks easier.
But anyway, that's the
Okay.
issue. It's gonna be, to get that hydrant,
So it's never gonna be fixed?
Yeah, it's about easy, it comes out pretty easy.
But anyway, there's a hydrant, what, within 300 feet of it?
Yeah, but give people's insurance if they find out.
No, it's a
It's
lot longer
listed.
distance than insurance. Mowing of the levee, we're in the process of doing that right now, and what we can do, if you wanna bid out to do the sides of the levee, make a motion, we'll bid it out.
Usually I get them in this one.
I would still bid it out.
Make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion made by Cindy to bid out, mowing of the levee. Maybe a good time this year. Need a second?
Second.
You don't know if you don't try.
I agree.
And so second, roll call vote, Cleo?
Yes.
Cindy?
Yes.
Gordy, yes. Mansell?
Yeah.
Bob?
Yes.
Okay, we've already discussed Penny's incomplete exit review.
Yeah, because it was reviewed.
Okay.
and done.
Okay,
Can you tell us when the core review is coming back through? To check everything?
I have
We're not
no
privy to that
clue.
information.
They come unannounced.
No, they don't, they make an appointment in town.
Yeah.
They make it for you.
Probably should just.
The Corps of Engineers doesn't come at all.
Yeah, they
So
do.
every other year, there's a DEP.
I walked the
I mean,
deck.
Yeah.
That's every other year.
Every other year.
Fall. That's probably like September, October.
Every other year they do.
To inspect the dikes,
We
right?
walk the dike.
Hmm?
To inspect the dikes.
Yeah, and tell us what's wrong and.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember that name.
We need an exit review, for, two other former employees. Caleb Beck.
Reviews complete,
Excuse me?
were there exit reviews complete?
I have to Michelle.
There's the part.
I'll make that motion.
You wanna put them both together, is it one motion? Motion made by Bob.
I'm telling you, I had my exit review with Michelle on her porch when I turned in my keys.
So that was all for us.
Well, we'll
Of
check
course,
it
you have to
out.
pay her. If you're doing an exit review, you'll have to pay her.
We don't, that's fine.
Minimum of 4 hours.
Motion made by Bob, need a second?
Make a motion.
$50 an hour.
For 4 hours.
Need a second for the exit reviews?
I wanna revise his motion. I agree with his motion that we do the exit reviews.
We got a motion on the floor.
That's how I revise it.
Oh, no.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Need a second?
I'll second.
Second by Cleo,
I've already
roll
had
call
mine.
vote.
Whoever they get paid.
Cleo,
Yes.
Cindy,
No, she said she already had it done.
okay, Gordy, yes, Mansell,
No.
Bob,
Yes.
3-2, yes.
And have next interview with one
What are
person.
you gonna do, make it fun? Now borrow your handcuffs, Jessica has an exit review to go to.
We're not gonna go there, are we, Brad?
I think a motion to revise his motion
We'll make it.
and to add on that the exit review, if they go, they will be paid normal 4 hours, whatever
$50
rate of
an
pay
hour.
that they were getting.
Motion made
If they
by,
choose to, if you choose to.
okay, we got a motion on the paper table for Mansell to pay the exit review, their going rate, 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I was given nothing when I came into the shop, but 2 handfuls of keys from Cleo and Karen when I started on my first day. I've already turned over those 2 handfuls of keys.
Yeah, you know, got it.
Leo and Karen, why would the tax
It
collector?
was my first day.
Why was the tax collector? She's not part of the.
I'm just saying, my first day, that's what happened. I've already turned over my 2 handfuls of keys. So what more is there to go over?
Motion, second? Especially if Kim comes in. Which I don't know about.
Second by Cindy.
What was was the motion?
To pay a minimum of 4 hours for.
At their
just
door,
because-
they allow.
Yeah, but Caleb doesn't get a board meeting. He turned down $50 an hour. You want 5,000 a month.
Well, divide it up.
You don't, you pay by the.
$50 an hour. if you
$50
work.
bucks an hour?
Yeah.
He refused that. Okay, we got a roll call vote. Cleo? To pay, Jessica four times, and Caleb 4 times.
4 hours.
4 times the going rate, that's what he said, I heard it, thank you, appreciate that.
Okay. What's your vote? Roll call vote, Cleo? Cindy Burrows?
Yes.
Gordy? Yes. Mansell?
Yep.
Robert?
I should abstain, yes. I should abstain. Yeah, I don't want to come at me later.
New business, potholes on Academy Street and Cherry Street. I looked at Cherry Street, there's no actual potholes, it's at the top layer, about an inch of blacktop that's come off that, we can put some coal patch on.
Okay, yeah.
They don't need to be dug out, is that right?
No, they don't need to be just filled.
Just for
Academy Street.
just for conversation. Co-patch, well, no, it's the co-patch you're talking about. If you dug that down a little bit, I'm just thinking out loud, put the co-patch in, heat it up with the burner we got, and melt it into place, I think maybe that would take care of some of those problems.
We did that down the corner,
Did he,
that's because the ground was froze and the blacktop was harder to ride, and he heated it up and stamped it in.
did it work longer or not? Did it last?
I don't think it's any warmer than it's out there now today, 70 degrees.
Well, if you heat it up, accidentally.
Back to the.
I think that's probably what's going to slow down.
You want that in the form of a motion?
No, I just, you're in charge of the guys, whatever.
I just wanted to make sure.
Cold patch doesn't work as good as hot patch. Even cold patch doesn't work as good as hot patch, it never hurts the dog.
Right, that's what I'm saying though, can you use that to heat that up?
I don't think so. I mean, it's just the oil, it's just made of.
So Cindy, did Cherry Street and Academy Street, just need a top coat?
Yeah, they got holes about.
Which one? On Academy Street?
Academy's got them all over the place, but Cherry Street, there's, I
There's
remember
two,
right.
there's two that are about an inch, about that size.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna.
Those aren't potholes, they're just where the top layers come off.
We're just gonna quote that.
Yeah. On Academy Street, I gotta write down that one, take a look, but I recommend everybody on the street to them.
I recommend that we get a bid on the Mill Street.
I was gonna have
Had the
them,
hot patch, that was last lot better.
okay, I was gonna have them look at the biggest hole, which is on, Cross Street, to get that, also done. Who's on, okay. You want that in the form of a motion, or you wanna?
I just wanted somebody to be aware of it.
I'll make a motion that, we have the contractor, we hire, patch the holes in those streets, patch the other holes on the streets.
Let's,
That's gonna be way off though, I
let's
can't get it
gonna
done
raise
now.
the price, let's do our, have our own people in Academy and cheer.
Cold patch it.
It won't last.
It'll be in there next spring, fall.
Be gone.
Be found in.
They won't hurt me the price, so.
I mean.
They're in town anyway.
Well, yeah, but here's the point, he's already looked at what we gotta have done, why don't we come back and give us an estimate on that too?
Where's he out of, Covington?
Yeah, Blacksburg County.
Yeah, but what is it?
You want me to come back down and do that?
You mean y'all could say.
I don't think it's
shred
gonna
and
hurt.
show me, and then
They're
see
gonna
what
be here, it's gonna be
the
cheaper.
cost.
I'd get a price either way, you have to have that. If you don't wanna do it, then you don't have it. Co-patch is the all
I'll call him and have him get back and estimate those.
I should see the holes, I'll tell you.
If it's too much, you don't know.
Residents, any, motion to accept the resignation of Caleb Geis.
Oh, wait, so are you vacating your motion for that?
Oh, excuse me, yeah. You wanna leave your motion on the board? Okay, need a second? Your motion was to have the estimate, the guy that's given us an estimate on Mill Street also do those other streets.
Do those other employees.
Okay, you want them cut out, like he's doing on Mill Belt?
He goes cut out, yes. Second. Steve goes and just put it in the hole right over the truck.
Roll call vote. Cleo? Yes. Cindy? Yes. Gordy? Yes. Mansell?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Need a motion for accept the resignation of Caleb Geis as the water sewer licensed operator.
Effective when?
Do you have any idea why he left so abruptly?
No, he left.
The last time that, we had any communication with him, Bob asked him, when he comes to Lawrenceville, can, we meet with you, or can he meet with him? And an hour or two later, he turned his resignation. Is that right?
I don't know what I asked him to do.
No, actually, I asked, when he's in town, can he give me his, time when he's available, so we can meet for a half an hour.
And he resigned right then and there.
It was like, I asked him like 10 AM or something, he resigned like 5, what time was it?
That's not his only reason why he resigned.
I'm
Well,
just-
it doesn't matter.
I'm just telling you,
Did
I'm just telling you what he
Did
told
you
me.
try to contact him again recently, after he contacted him?
No, because the feedback I get from all former employees is then that it turns into a fiasco, right?
No, I was just
So
wondering
no,
if you.
I broke off all conversation at that point, because it never turns out good.
Yeah,
So,
Politically, it never turns out good, because you guys like to make a big deal.
No, I'm just asking.
we're not the one that got rid of him.
I'm just,
I'm just
What did
asking
you
if
just
you.
say?
Well, you just said he wanted to talk to him, what was it about? Something had to piss him off and quit.
You just don't give up 5,000 a month.
That's what I
There's a
said.
paperwork that records doing.
I don't think there's another
I
time.
don't know anything about it.
The reports, he never did.
We can say I'm just asking if you contacted him maybe now, since the dust is settled and maybe things are different, because we do need an operator, like in 2
can we
days.
make a motion to accept the resignation? Let me do that. If not,
Motion by Bob. Need a second?
I'll second
Second by Cleo. Roll call vote, Bob, or Cleo,
it. Yes.
Gordy, or Cindy,
Yeah.
Gordy, yes, Mansell,
Yep.
Bob,
yes.
5-0. Okay. Resignation of.
They were under the impression when they
And I
got
think,
that
Matt and Nicole were before Steve.
Steve wasn't even on it.
He wasn't even on it.
No.
That's why we're putting them on it.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, we're
Well,
putting them
Matt
on.
and Nicole be there anyway.
So Matt and Nicole bought their town.
What we accepted, I know
It was before.
that's why we're doing it.
Whose place did they take?
Matt, you know, and Nicole was 90 by Bob, he was second. You wanna be number 11?
Yeah.
Well, property.
Lot next to it. What Steve got his lot for, what property he put his on? Steve Fields.
I didn't talk to you, ask him.
You just told me.
Well,
I didn't ask you what.
He did.
Okay, that's fine, all right.
Oh, different strokes for different folks.
So it's 9 and 10, right?
9, 10, 11.
9, 10, 11, not just
We're politics in the country today, don't we?
Worse.
Who's on the list?
Let's make that motion.
First one in the list,
So you're about to put it,
July announcement, it's there, the last most recent update is, it's there.
What's the first one?
I'll make a motion to hire.
For number 9, Steve goes for 10, and Mansell for 11.
Anybody else?
Jessica, why did you quit?
Need a motion?
The reason why you need to deal with it. Or you just write it and we can.
Roll call vote, Cleo. Hiring a certified water Cindy Burrows?
Yes.
Gordy, yes. Mansell?
Yep.
Robert?
I should have said yes.
We've reached out to everyone.
Come back to me later.
New business, potholes on Academy Street and Cherry Street. I looked at Cherry Street, there's no actual potholes, it's at the top layer, about an inch of blacktop that's come off that, we can put some coal patch on. They don't need to be dug out, right?
No, they don't,
Just for
Academy Street.
just for conversation. Well, no, it's the coal patch we're talking about. If you dug that down a little bit, and I'm just thinking out loud, put the coal patch in, heat it up, with the burner we have, melt it into place, I think maybe that would take care of some of those problems.
Did that down on the corner.
Should he heat it up?
Because the ground was froze from the blacktop. Hurt the ride, you heated it up, you tapped it in.
Did it work longer or not? Did it last?
I don't think it's any warmer than south.
See, I'm not on the water.
Oh, if you heat it up, it's actually better. I think that's probably what's going
That's one way to look at it, or another way to look at it.
You want that in form of a motion?
No, I just got you're in charge of that. Right, that's what I'm saying, though, can you call that and heat that up?
Roll call vote.
Cherry Street and Academy Street, this is a top road.
yeah, they got holes about.
Which one? Academy Street?
Academy's got them all over the place, Cherry Street, they. I
There's
remember
two,
right.
there's two that are about an inch, but that's.
Point is,
Yeah.
we got.
Those aren't potholes, they're just where the top layers come off. Yeah. On Academy Street, they go right down and take a real.
Yes, we can only hire and fire.
I recommend that we get a bid on the
Council can only hire and fire in a public meeting. No, you said that, man.
I was gonna have that.
You keep saying that.
I'm gonna have the
We've gotta have somebody by Thursday night.
You want that in the form of a motion?
I have a question.
I just wanted somebody to be aware of it.
And we requested.
I'll make a motion that, we have a contractor hire.
So did you ask for 2 weeks or?
We hired him, we told him 60 days. Let's.
That's gonna be way off.
That's who our.
Yeah, it won't last. Be gone.
Jessica was hired to.
It won't hurt to get a price.
I mean.
They're in town anyway.
Well, yeah, but here's the point, he's already looked at what we gotta have done, and he come back and guess that's what I have to do.
Where's he out? Tommy?
Yeah, last week. You want me to come back down and do that?
I don't think it's gonna hurt. They're gonna be here, it's gonna be cheaper. I'd get a price either way. You have, if you don't wanna do it, then you don't have to. Co-patches, we all know.
Estimate those.
If it's too much, you don't know.
So, she was working, residents, need a motion to accept the resignation of Caleb Geis.
Oh, wait, so are you vacating your motion plan?
Oh, excuse me, yeah. You wanna leave your motion on?
Well, I ask it.
Need a second? Your motion was to have the estimate, the guy that's given us an estimate on Mill Street. Okay, you want them cut out, like you want them filled out?
Of course, you don't have to answer that. I mean, your health issues are your state, those are just.
Roll call vote? Cleo?
Lieutenant, can I ask you
Same thing as they were.
We got another item.
Okay, what else?
Need a motion for acceptance issues, social media issues, when made borough meeting minutes that have not been turned over.
Do we have any idea why he left so abruptly?
The last time that, we had any communication with him, Bob asked him, when he comes to Lawrenceville, can, we meet with you, or can he meet with him? And now we're due to return his resignation.
Okay.
Is that right? You wanna do it? Well, you can't vote on it.
No, actually, I asked, when he's in town, he can give me his time when he's available, so we can meet for half an hour. It was like, I asked him like 10 a.m. or something, he resigned like 5, which I wasn't. I'm just telling you what he told me. No, because the feedback I get from all former employees is
You were just picking us up for
No, I broke off all the time.
Need to be signed, so you can just contact the.
It never turns out. It never turns out to, because you guys like to make it real.
We're not gonna put a guy really.
I'm just.
Whoa! Well, you just said he wanted to talk about his boss, something that pissed him off.
Contact this information now, once it doesn't settle, and maybe things are different, be an operator, like you.
For being back, in order, for Cindy. Gordy, yes, Manson, 59. Jessica, the minutes for May, we have a resignation of Eddie Wetzel. You have them?
They were on a recorder that was given to me by Cindy Borough, and I gave it back.
I make a motion.
I don't understand why all these people are quitting.
Okay. You didn't write the minutes out?
No, I resigned prior to doing it.
Today?
So I did it for the recorder. I guess
Okay,
not.
when we accepted his resignation today.
Okay.
I can't accept it 2 weeks ago. I already got accused of hiring people. So you typed the minutes?
Well,
You said you did. Motion made by Bob, and a second.
Mailbox for April's minutes.
I like the one they're quitting.
Not May's.
Okay, what about May's minutes?
May's minutes are on the recorder that I've already
Need a
provided.
second? So you didn't do May minutes, except. Make it Leo. You resigned, Leo, roll call vote. Leo.
It doesn't matter, I've already supplied the recorder.
So May's minutes, they're not typed out. Okay, resignation of Jessica Barrett. So that means they're not typed out.
Somebody needs to type them.
Second by.
I've already supplied them.
January through April been like that?
Cleo, roll call vote, Cleo. I don't know. Cindy. So Gordy, yes. Mansell. So you didn't write down any minutes that month, I just put them on the record.
Everything was dropped off in the mailbox.
Somebody give us a document, what's the reason, so call. Ask her.
I just dropped them off.
Ask her why she quit.
Jessica, why did you quit?
The list is long, where would you like?
Well,
to
no,
start?
the reason why you
Let me go.
I like it, right?
Preferably, let me check the recorder, and if you guys.
Or you just write it and we can see what it is.
Hiring a certified water and
I will
water and
see if
sewer
they're on
operator.
there.
The mailbox, like I said, what we've done is we've reached out to.
Mine, I call the mailbox drop box, the thing on the side where you put your bills
The
in.
white box or the black reached out, something like, the white box or the black barrel
The
here.
box on the side.
How do we know?
Nobody knows which box.
No, I know, the one on the side.
So why can't we hand out the list here?
That's the white box. I don't
People here or whatever, so I asked them that question, and get some phone calls and get some context.
Okay, I got that straight. All right, thank you.
I'll make that motion, to hand out the, list of all council members, and we divide it up and
Legal issues.
get context.
Right, cause I saw that my name was on there because of the minutes, which I've already supplied to Cindy.
That's
My
fair.
earliest night. Because when I
It's up to
started
you.
this
We all work
job.
late.
We need a list, of who you contacted first.
That's no
Cindy
problem.
said put a recorder to record
Yeah.
everything.
Oh.
See, I'm not on the water.
No, that's water and
Yeah,
sewer
right.
department's
Well,
down.
we usually write it.
That's one way to look at it, or another way to look at it is we're all part of this. So do you wanna divide, or do you wanna split?
Robert, you're always.
I just made a motion.
You're
Just
in
made
the, you are
a
water and
motion,
sewer
right?
department.
So, did anybody
It's your
second?
job to do it.
There we go.
Leo or, Nancy?
But if I call somebody, they said they already talked to somebody,
Well, he
that's
said he
different.
We'll let you know who we talked to. We went through that. Roll call vote, Cleo?
No, we didn't.
No,
Cindy?
just came up with the thing that she talked about.
Yes. Mansell? What I'm talking about is social media
So before
issues.
you hire a new operator, we're gonna have another meeting so we can all know who it is.
Things that you read.
Probably got one already.
Yeah, we just.
How much do we offer, how much can I offer?
No, the point is,
Those comments.
we gotta figure out what it's cost for a plan.
The water plant.
Establish the connection.
Illegal.
But then we're
But then how much
gonna
more?
That's fine.
Yes, we can only hire and fire in a public
First
meeting.
Amendment, I think it's called, Anthony.
Council can only hire and fire in a public
My
meeting.
thing is that we're tired, you said you hired all the time.
No, you said that, man.
She started tomorrow.
You keep saying that. You're like a broken record.
Paper said she can start tomorrow.
I get it.
Say that she did start tomorrow.
We've gotta have somebody by Thursday night. Thursday day.
That's the reality.
You have 3 days.
I have a question. We went back through the minutes, and we requested that Caleb give us 2 weeks notice.
No, 60
60 days.
60 days.
I'll make a motion.
That didn't happen.
In the minutes.
So did you ask for 2 weeks?
When we hired him, we told him 60 days notice to resign.
But there had to have been a reason that he
That's in the
resigned
minutes.
and without the notice.
So there is a concern why so many people are resigning right now, and that is a concern.
It's been ongoing.
You're not concerned about that?
Jessica was hired temporary. Okay? Second, Caleb is contracted. Okay?
Well, that doesn't explain why they're doing it.
Was that?
Why do you think it?
Ask her.
If you get feedback, we may correct this problem.
Well, you should know the reason.
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you concerned that they're losing?
I mean,
No.
we have, the only one I'm concerned about is Penny and, the opportunity to have Caleb. I mean, Jessica, she, as temporary, she knew that.
One explanation.
When she had a regular job and her hours got changed on a regular job, and then got
An
X
explanation.
number of hours that weren't available to us. Is that right? Okay? Okay, so.
Are you trying to get
And then
the Bureau
she was
to
working
censor
Tuesdays and
Facebook?
Thursdays. No, we hired her to work. People have already tried it Wednesdays.
What are you?
The comments that are derogatory.
Public comments.
That's right. Okay, now I told you, what I asked him, but what I understand is, so.
Example.
An example is that his wife put on Facebook, that asking, I guess.
I'm just concerned.
Right there.
That's public.
That's her
He told her opinion.
I'm sorry, did you vote to do something about that statement? What was the resolution, if I may?
We're trying to find out what your
What you
end goal
did.
is.
My end goal is that,
So you put the personal reasons, not the
put
council.
stuff that's true on social media.
That's not
Trying to
required.
dictate what people put on there? That's what I'm not.
Whatever they want to on there, but they may face the consequences. Contact solicitor about DP issues, social.
Okay, I was just curious what his end goal was.
And made a
That-
The motion didn't carry.
Okay.
Now, it was carried, but there's a reason it came about. No, reason it came about.
No, it's only about these issues.
No, it didn't.
No, it was DEP and social media.
Motion to
Okay,
hold on, I did.
After we finish this.
Bob did change the motion to just DEP, is that, did you clear that?
And this is my code, you asked some things about.
No, you asked a question about social media, vote on it.
Right,
Yeah, I
and
don't-
you said public comments, and now I'm asking you, what was the issue?
I just wanna clarify that.
Okay, I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about.
I told you.
So you're trying to censor.
9:14.
Then why are you bringing it up?
You went to executive session.
You were just kicking us out for
I signed
You gotta put it into writing.
And all that stuff.
That's why I put it in the
Just signed by us.
Want me to go home? Meeting back, in order at, 9:59. Now, Jessica, the minutes for May.
Council.
You haven't received it.
All
They
in
approved
favor?
spending, you have it?
Nobody asked.
No one asked.
There was mention that
You didn't write the minutes out?
No, I resigned prior to doing it, I signed the report.
I think $500 without approval from the council.
Okay.
But you don't stop that.
No. The only one that can spend up to $500 is Bob Penzo. So you typed the minutes? But you said you
They were in the
didn't.
mailbox.
You said you didn't do the minutes. Now, it don't matter what I said, it's what's in the minutes, that's what's in. Okay, what about
I
May
know, in
minutes?
the minutes.
It's not on the report that I've already provided.
So you didn't do May minutes?
I resigned, I didn't have to do
No.
them, I resigned.
You resigned, like what day?
What member of the council did it?
It doesn't matter, I resigned, I've already supplied the recorder.
So May's minutes,
No.
we're not typed out.
That's because we don't.
They're on the recorder.
Okay, so that means they're not typed out, correct?
Some 6 months of minutes and they're not registered in the electronic office where you can read them. That's true.
Well, we can still read them, I don't know.
Oh, okay, well, can I go out there tomorrow or?
So-
Monday and get the
So
minutes?
you didn't write down any minutes that month, you just slipped them.
Everything was dropped off in the mailbox. Everything.
They're
They
loose.
wanted to drop it off in the mailbox.
But May's minutes, you didn't write anything down.
How many times?
I just dropped them off in the mailbox, but I did not type, you know, there's that there.
How can they be erased when they're? Well,
There's
we
a
don't have any
difference
record of it,
between
we don't have any
taking
record of
Let me
it.
go home and
I
I
checked the recorder, and if you got it, I'll drop it off somewhere there and we'll go from
Okay,
there.
just,
Yep.
just.
The mailbox or the drive?
mailbox.
She said.
I will see if they're on there.
The mailbox?
Yeah.
Mechanic Street?
No.
And,
Dropbox.
Mailbox, you're saying Dropbox.
Mine, I called the mailbox, Dropbox, the thing on the side where you put your bills.
the white box or the black box?
There was white box.
The white box or the black box?
The box on the side.
How don't we know? I thought you would.
Nobody knows which box.
No, I
Did you
know.
just admit that they're not in the book, right? That's what we know, they're not in the book. Okay, that's all that matters.
That's the white
Yes, sir,
box.
that's all that matters, that's what's relevant. They've gotta be publicly accessible.
Okay, we got that straight. All right.
He admitted they're not in the book.
So what was the exact reason for your executive session?
Legal issues.
Right, because I saw that my name was on there because of the minutes, which I've already supplied to Cindy. Because when I started this job, no one supplied me with a recorder to record the meetings. So Cindy had to give me a recorder to record the meetings. So when I resigned,
Yeah, you're good.
shall court write the keys.
You're good. But we usually write them. I think you wrote them down tonight, didn't you?
Okay, all right.
Cool, you don't tell me that, I've done it.
Yeah,
Sure.
I've done it 1,000
You wrote
times.
all that?
I can show you the minutes. It used to be that way, but you guys
Okay,
changed it. There's tons of-
motion to contact the solicitor about DEP
Modern-
issues.
modern-
Social media
I'm not saying,
issues.
it was like that though, it
Yeah,
was.
motion or?
No.
Yeah,
before
it had to be
approved by council. No, then we made a motion that anybody gets $500 or less.
You want to do that or?
We'll find out.
No, we didn't.
No, Suzette just came up with it.
What I'm talking about is social
Yeah, I
media
get all kinds of-
issues, things that you read on Facebook that are false. Things that you read in the paper that are false. When you have issues. Those
So
comments.
then back to the music in the park, so if bands are paid
Well,
by community.
also, when they're not true. When they're not,
Doesn't matter
that's
if
your
it's true or
opinion.
false.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just trying to understand why is
Whoa,
that even
whoa,
over
whoa, that's
council?
your opinion.
First Amendment, I think.
That's the First Amendment.
That's your opinion.
It's not, my opinion is not First Amendment. That's the entire United States.
Anyway,
You're
yeah.
asking for a
Motion.
I'll make a motion.
And DEP handles issues.
Who?
What are the issues with DEP?
I can't hear.
Solicitor.
Who's second?
Need a second.
Okay, what's the time today?
I've already checked, so it would be Sunday, July 24th, and then Sunday, August 14th, I've already checked it, they're Sundays from 2 to 5.
Motion made.
Mrs. Chilton, let's talk.
Providing that there's no other funds.
I've already checked.
I'll make a motion to
Put it in the motion. Motion made by Bob.
Right, there's no more events going on.
I understand what about EPA.
These are events that are not scheduled. This is gonna stop someone from scheduling an event on those days in the future. If I have a ball team and I wanna schedule an event.
Roll call vote.
No, I made the motion.
Okay.
Cindy? No. Gordy? Yes. Mansell? Absolutely. Bob?
Yes.
I need a second on the motion. That's a street two. The motion read back. Okay, now, it's not on the agenda, but I'll give you people all the opportunity to have, any other comments that you have.
I do have a comment. I still want an explanation of the social media issues.
I just told you.
I want an explanation of the social media issues that you're referring to.
Okay.
Are you trying to get the Bureau to censor Facebook?
No, people have already tried doing that.
What are you?
The comments that are derogatory.
Public comments.
Okay. Okay. Now I
First
told you.
Amendment.
Now I told you.
Keep going.
I told you.
Go ahead.
What's the example?
Told you.
Example.
The example is that his wife put on Facebook that I no expense to the borough.
That's public. That's public.
That's her opinion, that's her opinion, the public opinion.
That's her opinion.
I agree with that.
I'm sorry, did you vote to do something about that statement? What was the resolution, if I may?
We're trying to find out what your
What you
end goal
did.
is.
My end goal is that put stuff that's true on social media.
That's
So
not a
you're trying to
requirement.
dictate what people put on there?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm not.
They can put whatever they want to on, but they may face the consequences.
It didn't carry.
Okay, I was just curious what his end goal was. That was it.
That motion didn't carry.
Okay.
It didn't carry, but there's a reason it came about. No, it reason it came about.
No, it's only about DEP issues.
No, it didn't.
No, it's usually in social media.
Motion to
No, he
contact.
changed it.
Okay,
Bob,
No,
okay, hold on, I
what
didn't
you
hear
have
it,
in
whoa,
your-
whoa, 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 hold on, I didn't hear it. Bob did change the motion to just DEP, I didn't hear that.
Right.
And this is my comment, you asked things about, in the motion now.
No, you asked a question about social media.
Right, and you said public comments, and now I'm asking you, what was the issue?
I just wanna clarify that.
Okay, I'm not talking about DEP, I'm talking about the issue that you
I
brought
told
up.
you, I told you what my.
So you're trying to censor.
No, that's my opinion.
Okay, then your opinion, you can't, why are you putting a vote upon everybody else
I
on your
don't, you
opinion?
can do whatever you want, I don't care.
Then why are you even bringing it up?
You went into executive session over it.
No, that was what I meant.
No.
That was what I meant.
Yes.
Hold on, everyone, hold on, everyone.
Your legal issues.
Hold on.
Were you in
Yes,
the
sir.
executive session?
It's on your agenda.
I'm just going by what you said.
Mr. Chelsea?
No, what we did was legal issues, and the only thing we talked about.
You stated your social media issues.
I'm more than happy to
Mr.
oblige.
Chilson, this is Anthony Urbano talking. You are going down a slippery slope if you're trying to control social media. Slippery slope.
You do what you want.
I'm
All
telling you
I
right
want
now.
is
It's
a
on
slippery
the
slope.
agenda.
I know, but it's not, he brought it up.
Right.
And it's going to legal, he wants legal then. Slippery slope.
No, it's not, they did not approve that.
Yeah, but you brought it up, you brought it up.
Social media. You opened this can of
You
worms.
wanted it to get pushed. Be careful.
What other comments you have?
Why did you call the first band for the music in the park that was approved all in favor and told the council knew nothing about it and the event was canceled?
Okay, now, who approved it?
The council. The council did. The council. All
They
in favor.
approved spending the money on the band?
There was no price mentioned.
Nobody asked.
No one asked.
There was mention that any member of council could approve could spend $500 without approval from the council.
That's not just on anything, that's only on person.
No, the only one that can
Was that
spend,
mentioned?
only one that can spend up to $500 is Bob Penzo about sewer water.
Oh, no, see, that's not what you
That's
said.
not what I told.
It's not, it don't matter what I said, it's what's in the minutes, and that's what's in the minutes.
I know, in the minutes, you say any member of council can spend up to $500 without approval.
No, no way.
So what members of council did it?
You changed
What
it.
members of council approved, paid $400 per man.
Yeah, it was never brought to a vote.
You voted on the, you voted on.
That's because we don't know what the minutes were, because we don't have them in front of us, you know.
We gotta
They're not in the
It's
book.
not a member of the council.
6 months of minutes and they're not registered in the book at the office where you can read them.
That's right.
Well, you can still read them.
Oh, yeah, well, can I go up there tomorrow, or no, wait a minute, not tomorrow, Monday, and get the minute books from January to present?
The
And read the
minutes are
from
not in the book, but the minutes are there.
September.
Where are the
They're there.
minutes?
What's that? They're loose, they're there, they just haven't been put to pages.
They're there.
Okay?
And how many times have they been looked at, reviewed, erased, read?
No, they're there.
How can they be erased when they're typed out?
That's what I'm looking
They're
for.
not typed, they're not typed out. Half the minutes are missing. They're not typed out. We have
They're
to.
here. No, they're typed out.
So I can go on there Monday.
She said she typed out April.
Yeah, all were supplied a copy of April's as well. Everyone
Right,
got a copy.
and,
March, too.
yeah.
So where's
I
January,
think March
February?
did.
Jessica, you asked me, you said January's minutes are never done, or December's, whatever. And then I
They're not in
showed
the
you,
book.
no, but they're done. And I
Where?
showed you a copy of them.
I didn't see it.
Well, anyway.
Did you just admit that they're not in the book, right? That's what we know, they're not in the book. Okay, that's all that matters.
No, it's not all that.
Yes, sir, that's all that matters, that's what's relevant.
What matters is that they're recorded.
There's not.
They've got to be publicly accessible.
When you
You won't
got
be
it.
able to go in here and read them.
He admitted they're not in the book.
Spoke to you on the phone when we were talking about bands, you told me got a grant for the approved the bands that were.
They were gonna use it for the Mill Street, the repave Mill Street, so we actually don't
I know
know.
that, they said it wasn't
when you asked me about, you said you could spend up to $500. I knew about a ban. I said, no, I said, Bob Penzo could spend up to $500 on sewer. You remember that?
No, there's, I gotta get the pick.
Is he off?
Anyone to spend up to $500.
It used to be that council members.
The money is.
Show me. I've done it 1,000 times. Show me.
It used to be that way, but you guys changed it to just
That's
pencil.
what I was asking.
Whoa.
It was a roll call.
Water is different. But I'm saying, it was like that though, it was.
That's what got me. Yeah, before it had to be approved by the council.
Well, then we're gonna get.
No, then we made a motion, that anybody gets $500 or less.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I did all
So then back to the music in the park, so if the games are paid by community members, then I should still be able to have the softball team for some property and discuss.
Just get it approved for the day. Yes, part of his own.
What's the date?
I've already checked, it's already empty for June 12th.
I don't say great, talk to them, you.
Money to vote on that, we can use it for the baseball field.
You acknowledge.
Providing that there's no.
Yes, there's a check for all the days.
If there's no ball games.
Make a motion to, have a band tell us what time and what day, providing that there's no other function going on.
Okay, what's the time?
So it would be Sunday, July 24th, and then Sunday, August 14th, I've already checked it, there's Sunday, 5.
Motion made.
Providing that there's no other function.
I've already checked.
What she said.
Okay, whatever.
Put it in your motion.
Providing, you put it in.
I know what I
I'm sorry, if it was guaranteed, why didn't you offer to pay for it if it's guaranteed? These are events that are not scheduled. This is gonna stop someone from scheduling an event on those days in the future. If I have a ball team and I wanna schedule an event. So is there uninterrupted water in town?
Here's the money.
Okay.
If it's no good, I'll take it.
We asked for minutes, she's done it. She's never got.
Okay. Are we receiving uninterrupted water?
Generator or not? So what happened to the generator that wasn't working?
There's no such thing as a generator. Cindy, read the motion, man.
Is there a generator working?
He's supposed to read it.
No, there's a.
Okay, so there's no generator.
I bought the generator and I sold it to a guy in Rochester.
Okay. My question is there a generator in place now?
No.
Okay.
And we need one.
You know why?
That's why we're getting fined.
I don't care why, it was just a question, is there?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
But the next important thing is why there isn't
If
one.
something comes up, that's the schedule.
No, because you went to social media, she got a piece of equipment. They sent me pretty pictures of a yellow generator
All right.
with a solid engine. Now, if you're gonna sell your car to a
This
dealer,
is
aren't you gonna?
at no expense to the borough. They were in a no-lose situation.
And when we asked for maintenance records, they wouldn't give them to us.
All they gotta do is run once for
They
DOT
kept breaking
and
it
it's
down.
straight clear.
They didn't tell us that.
We were 2 votes away from having a priority.
So my question actually is there uninterrupted water is if this is an issue and you think that this is okay until
Whoa, now you're
2026.
talking about
Clearly, other people say that that's too long to wait
You better get it
to
going.
fix this.
No,
Okay, but DEP is the governing agency, is that not correct? DEP is the governing agency, aren't they correct? Okay, so their opinion supersedes your opinion in this, right? Okay, so why is 2026 okay by you, but when DEP says that's not okay?
You're talking the bathroom, you're talking out back.
No, because your date is not acceptable, period. Your date's not acceptable. Did you present another date?
It's in that.
Because there's
the old original building.
So there's no point in having uninterrupted.
You're talking about the one that's attached to the
road.
Closest
to the road.
Right there. That one belongs to the borough.
Yeah.
You're in, it can't be changed.
And lost Cinderella.
No?
Well,
Yes.
She already got the date locked in. No, Cinderella's priority. These close-ups are not
DEP can answer this question.
You guys need help.
Anything can happen. We should be okay. Right, motion made, second. People live in the township, right?
Yes, sir.
Your agendas. This is a public meeting.
He's trying to ask if you would like community help.
Okay.
Rolling.
I'm more than happy to oblige.
I know how to hit that deadline and how not to get fined. So I'm telling you, if you need help, this is the guy to ask.
So, my question is, related to these issues.
Roll call. I don't have a problem. You did.
Well, my question actually relates to the issues pertaining to DEP.
What I
Don't need help.
What are the issues that you're having sent to the solicitor?
So you do not need my help. Here's the
2019, first of all.
I'm asking if you need help. I'm just, if you need my help,
You know,
if you need help hitting those marks.
What marks are you talking about?
The marks that will get you fined, in trouble, for anything.
Emergency action plan?
I'm trying to.
I'm here with you, I'm part of the town too. So I can hit those marks. If you need help, ask me.
Can I comment?
Emergency plan, okay, emergency plan.
They haven't submitted, but they want to set it.
The point I'm trying to make is, we've been struggling to get.
And then all these issues that are
I'm asking if you need my help.
unbudgeted, unfinanced mandates.
I'm not coming here to you as a
That he wants done.
I'm not saying that you need my help.
DEP.
I mean, I'm open for anything. I have no issue with anybody doing anything, as long as, it's beneficial to the borough.
Exactly. I would like to hear what you had to say, sir.
What's that?
Why is
I don't wanna say.
Why is
We need the
EPA
community's help to work together.
Why?
I feel like
Because they've been involved since
there's more people
2019.
that say no
EPA?
than say yes.
He's saying yes.
DEP.
Somebody has to ask the question.
DPA.
No.
Oh,
DEP, Department of Environmental Protection.
Yes, I would.
Okay, so how do you go about what it is?
I don't know.
Well, anyway,
It's been a long day.
whatever.
See, another thing,
I just told you the issues.
anything I say, it's a.
I don't care about all that back and forth,
But I do, it gets old.
I get that.
This is
You
old.
gotta move
This is
past
what's
it.
old. No, this
There's so
guy's
many
opinion and no one
little
else's
twisted
opinion
items.
is what's old because
Example is, emergency response, okay? That wasn't good enough, they threw that back at us, okay? And
If I may.
the one about the uninterrupted service. The uninterrupted service is the generator at the water plant, okay? The deadline on that was in 2019, which now he's telling us that it's our fault, cause it's been 4 years, okay? And then he wanted a time frame when we would get the uninterrupted service repaired. We give him a time frame, and he said, that's not good enough, that's too long.
What was your time frame?
2026?
To buy a generator?
Yeah.
When you got a grant to buy it?
We don't have a grant.
You do have a grant.
Show it to us.
So, Cindy, did they get a grant?
Yeah, they got a grant, but nobody wants to listen to
They
us.
did
They were
that.
gonna use it for
Okay.
the Mill Street, to repave Mill Street,
Yeah.
so we actually don't have a
I
grant
know,
then. If
I
they're
know,
gonna use
they
it.
said it wasn't recognized as being a grant for the generator. It was for money that could be used for anything they want to use. No, it was used for
No, there's, I gotta get the pic.
What have you done to the sewer water plant with the 32,000? Haven't done anything with it. Haven't got the money yet.
Yes,
The
you
money
did.
is
got-
sitting
you got
there.
money left.
$32,000.
You gotta have it.
Where is it? I don't know.
Remember when I
Tell
asked
us.
you where you were putting the grant in the budget? That's what I was asking
Whoa,
you
whoa,
about.
whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa, whoa,
there.
whoa. You don't put grants in a budget.
It shows in our budget.
That's what got you in trouble in 2018.
No, well, then it's gonna
Budgeted
get,
money that you didn't
Wait a
have.
minute.
then it's gonna get you in trouble in 2022 because
Wait a
it's
minute.
still sitting there.
Are you talking about the money left over from
No,
the
it's,
reline?
we
No,
just got
that's
that.
$81,000.
We don't,
It's not-
it's the paperwork that
Was
Gordon
it?
filled out, he stopped filling out.
That was not a grant. That was not a grant.
Yeah.
It was
No.
recovery grant
That
or
was,
something.
that was COVID recovery money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no grant.
Regardless, if you want to drop the
You're throwing the word grant out. Grant was not.
$64,000.
I agree, yes, but it was no grant.
Okay, then drop the damn word and don't say grant.
I don't say grant. Talk to them.
It's
You
money
are saying it.
that
not
we can
me.
use
As soon
for
as
whatever
I
you want.
drop that, you acknowledge $64,000.
Yes.
Recognize
But I
There you
that.
go.
But I will not acknowledge grant because it was not a grant.
All,
Did you apply for that money specifically to do the
Water and
generator?
sewer, and the intent was for sewer.
I'd like to see the paperwork on that.
They just, they
Well,
told
you got it.
me.
He just admitted you had it, so.
No, I said I've never seen any paperwork on it.
But he just said you got it.
But it's not
I've got to
specifically
find
for a
it.
generator.
It could have been used for generator equipment.
We could have.
You could have had a generator for $5,000
That
with no
didn't work.
cost.
That didn't work.
No. I told you, I guarantee it.
No, it
It was
didn't.
3,500.
It was 3,500, not 5,000.
That's what he would have.
I'm sorry, if it was guaranteed, why didn't you offer to pay for
What's
it?
that?
Why didn't you offer to pay for it if it's guaranteed to work?
I did, he bought it. I did.
Out of your pocket or out of the borough
My
money?
pocket.
Okay, okay, good. So is there uninterrupted water in town?
Basically donated
It was
to
a
the
generator that
I
didn't
said,
work.
here's the money, here's the money. You buy it, if it's no good, I'll take it.
No.
We
And
asked,
they
we asked,
refused it,
we asked for maintenance sheets on the piece of.
Never got them.
okay?
Okay, are we
Just for
receiving
clarification, is there a
uninterrupted
working
water?
generator or not?
No, there is not.
So what happened to the generator that wasn't working?
It's still.
What is- There's no such thing as a generator that wasn't working.
Is there a generator working?
No,
There's
this doesn't
no
have a
generator.
generator.
Okay, so there's no generator.
I bought the generator and I sold it to a guy in Rochester.
Okay. My question is there a generator in place now?
No,
Okay.
and we need
Okay,
one.
and you know why?
That's why we're
Now
getting
listen,
I
fined.
don't care why, it was just the question, is there?
No.
Okay,
Okay, but
Thank you.
But the next important thing is why there isn't one there. It's because the Borough Council voted.
No,
it down.
because you went chose a maintenance sheet on a piece of equipment.
They sent you pretty pictures,
Oh,
pretty
no.
pictures of a yellow generator with a polished engine. Now, if you're gonna sell your car to a dealer, aren't you gonna wash it, wax it, and power wash the engine so it makes it look pretty?
They were in a no-lose situation.
And
They were
when we
zero
asked for
cost to the
maintenance
borough.
records, they wouldn't give them to us.
All they gotta do is run once for
They kept
DEP and we
breaking
were
down.
free and clear.
They didn't tell us
You
that.
were 2 votes away from having a private.
So my question actually is there uninterrupted water is if this is an issue and you think that this is okay until 2026, clearly other people say that that's too long to wait
No
to
one said
fix
for
this.
DEP.
Okay, but DEP is the governing agency, is that not correct?
What's that?
DEP is the governing agency, aren't they correct? Okay, so their opinion supersedes your opinion in this, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so why is 2026 okay by you, but when DEP says that's not okay?
We don't
Pennsylvania
know,
will take it
DEP
over, and he's
won't tell
hoping.
us what date to have it by.
No, because your date is not acceptable, period. Your date's not
And another thing
acceptable.
is-
Did you present another date?
No, because there's no sense to keep on doing it.
So
without
there's
them
no
doing
point
it.
in having uninterrupted water.
No.
Well, other communities are not required to do it.
Yeah, everybody in the state of Pennsylvania is
Alright.
required to do it.
Is there anything specific here?
I make it.
But, no one, other communities close to us are not required to do it.
Okay.
One more thing.
DEP can answer those questions,
One more
right?
comment, one more comment. Do you guys need help? Do you guys need help getting appointments, getting agendas, getting stuff in line? That kind of items.
Say that.
Do you guys need help getting your calendar dates correct, hitting your agendas, stuff like that?
He's trying to ask if you would like community help to get stuff rolling.
Because I work with
Rolling.
EPA
To get stuff on the
I worked
go.
with EPA before. I know how to hit a deadline and how not to get fines. So I'm telling you, if you need help, this is the guy to ask.
Yeah, why can't Anthony look at our paperwork?
I don't have a problem. First of all, everything that's at the borough is public knowledge. You're welcome to look at anything.
I'm asking you if you need help.
Yes.
What I need.
You personally don't need help.
I need DEP.
So you do not need my help.
So here's the problem, okay?
I'm asking if you need help.
I'm just.
If you need my help.
Can I?
If you need help hitting those marks.
I say yes.
What marks are you talking about?
The marks that will get you fined, in trouble for anything.
He's trying to save us money.
I'm trying to.
Because I'm here with you. I'm part of the town too.
Okay.
So I can hit those marks. If you need help, ask me.
He's offering his services.
Can I comment?
Yes.
No, you
Okay.
won't let anyone else.
I'm done. The point I'm trying to make is we've been struggling to get a secretary.
I'm not asking for a secretary. I'm asking if you need my help to finish these things. I'm not coming here to you as a secretary.
Let him
I'm
finish
not
his statement,
bad.
he might answer your question.
Yeah, let him finish his thought.
I don't care. I mean, I'm open for anything. I have no issues with anybody doing anything as long as it's beneficial to the borough.
I would like to hear what you had to say, sir.
No, I don't want to say it because I don't want to offend anybody, but we need the community's help to work together. I feel like oftentimes in this community, there's more people that say no than say yes.
He's saying yes.
I
Somebody has
understand
to
that.
ask
I
the
understand
question
that.
now.
I understand, but it's not that easy. There's a lot to it. Yes, I would appreciate your help. Yes, I would.
Okay, so how do you go about clarifying what it is that he can help you with?
Exactly. I don't know. It's been a long day. It's 10 o'clock, guys.
But see, another thing is, anything I say, it's a
I don't care about all that back and forth.
But I do. It gets old.